Yes, yo, we are back. My name is AMVCA, AOT2, 234 Essential co-host, and I have my co-host here with me. She's here
Hey
in the
guys,
building.
how you doing? It's Ugochi, the Evil Stallion. What's happening?
Yeah, it's all good. We are back. And as Ugochi always presses my neck, I will press her neck this week. Ugochi, will you kindly explain why we didn't have any episode last week?
I first of all, I'm going to let me explain first. You guys were very sorry,
Explain before complain. Explain before complain.
but it's not me now. It wasn't me that caused it.
Hmm,
It wasn't me.
okay. No, but
Okay, I'll say the reports of events. I read they talk.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys are very sorry that we didn't have any episode last week, first and foremost. Sorry, it touched us. I felt bad. It felt bad as well. However, on Tuesday when we're supposed to record, you guys, I came back from a trip and I was knackered. I needed to rest. I thought I could do it, but I couldn't do it. I slept off even before anything. And then the next day we needed to record, and we now had technical
There were
issues.
technical issues. Yes, that's all.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
We now have technical issues. I'm sorry. I apologize for the first one, but the next one wasn't me. I was ready.
Mm,
Thanks. I
all
was
right.
ready. I was prepared.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, guys, but we're here now.
Anywho, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Another great episode is here. If you're a first time listener, this is the podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience. And if you're old time listener, welcome back. If you want to send us fan mail, you can send us fan mail at fanmail@234essential.com, where we'll read your whatever you want to tell us on the next episode. And also release therapy, a segment for the lovers out there with heartbreak, breakfast issues. We'll read it and offer our own small advice that you are not compelled to take, ladies and gentlemen. Please, before
You're
you
not.
report us to your lawyer or take us to court. Yes.
Oh yeah. I was enjoying it and I was actually laughing when you were talking. Look at me here.
So
And I forgot myself. You guys also follow us on every social media platform. For now, just get as you really be, but we're on socials. We're on socials. Just follow us on X, follow us on Threads, but most importantly, follow us across platforms where you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple Music, whether Apple Podcast, sorry, whether it's SoundCloud, wherever you listen to your podcast, follow us on there. Leave comments, engage with our content. Also, when you're listening to the pod in the show notes, there's a donation link. We have plans. We need money to plan everything. People are giving 1 million advisor, zero APA. We
mhm.
don't do that here. Yeah. We don't preach all that. You need to show support. So if you're moved by the spirit to donate to the cause, please do. We have a lot of exciting ideas we need to implement and execute. And we cannot do it without your help. So please toggle on the donation link and donate to the cause. Also, do not forget to share the podcast, like, share, comment, we're very respectful here. It's a tribe here, so please be respectful because we know your father and mother can come. We don't. It's a family. These are not those toxic workspaces, but it's a family. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank
Toxic
you guys
workspace
so
where
much.
they give you pizza every Friday.
This pizza has they've used it. It be like they don't use and hold you for one office before.
Horror stories, horror stories. Okay, let's jump into the fan mail bag real quick. So we
Yeah,
sorted out our striking night
night
post
posts.
officers. Yes, they are back fully on ground now. We
Shout
thank
out to
God. We've
night
we've
posts.
upgraded their salary to reach minimum wage. So they are fully pumped and ready to go. So we have like four. So I just read the whole four. Thankfully, they're not long, but we'll just go.
Thank you
Obviously they were like from
guys.
a while back. So but let's go, sir. Anyhow.
Mm.
First one is Nigerian historical period I will write about. Hello, AOT2 and Ugochi. I hope you had a great week. Mine was great, but this new week started with one downfall palaver.
Mm.
There are many periods in Nigerian history that I would love to write a book about. If I'm writing from an from a science point of view, where I can get all the facts, I'll write a book on the decision-making processes of the Nigerian military leadership, from the first coup d'etat to an anti-Igbo pogrom and lesser-known civil war atrocities perpetrated by soldiers.
Mm.
Um, Too many people have lied. The facts about the extent of the West's involvement in baby Nigeria's implosion and the rationale of the country's leadership in the 1960s will be instructive even today. If I cannot write, if I cannot write from an all-seeing vantage point, then I guess I'll write about something I have lived through. The
Mm.
2002 explosion in Lagos when bombs went off in the military armory is something I will write. I want to write about the panic of that Sunday. That was the first and only time I felt an unknown impending and immediate catastrophe. It was
Mm.
also the first time I heard about the mass death close by. I was 6 years old. Wow.
Mm.
Shout out to you, our history, what do I call it now?
Enthusiasts.
Our historian, our history author.
Mm.
One thing about history is that history is never quite objective. You can only get objective history when there are multiple accounts of a story and everybody brings their own account together and
Mm.
you now form a unified one. But saying only one person, if you read Babangida's book, Babangida na Inje.
Mm-hmm.
If you read another person that writes
Exactly.
about Babangida, Babangida na devil. So you now
Exactly.
have to sift through, yeah, there isn't like 100% historical account of many things in this world. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be rare. But you can go ahead and do it, Sha. More grease rebels. We need more historical things in Nigeria at the end of the day. And yeah, the
Yeah.
2002 explosion. Yes, I lived through it too. We too, we ran like mad people. I've said the story. I think, believe the story is on Pulse. And I think there are other articles about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to archiving.ng, archive.ng. And I'm sure there are paper clips, newspaper clips about that very, very sad day in Nigeria's history. Yeah, but it's a good family. Thank you for writing to us and let us
Mm-hmm.
know how far uh, with your historical endeavors when you are going to start, writing, putting pen to paper, as they say.
Yes, it's very important. All stories matter, and I think one of the bigger, like
Except Portable's
real,
mad story. Let's
even
keep that for
portable story
unfortunate.
matters too.
Okay. Oh.
All stories matter. That's the truth. And we cannot, as you rightly said, we cannot, we have to just sieve through what it is that you want to, consume and from what perspective you want to see it from. But everyone has their different sides and different perspectives and unique perspectives, and it's great to see it all. My experience of life is completely different from even my siblings, let alone my friends and all the other people. So all our stories matter. Please, I pray this person who wrote to us, thank you for writing to us, and your enthusiasm for history is amazing. We should all be this eager for real. And we should write stories, write it all. I've said it before that storytellers will save Nigeria, will save Africa even. If the stories are told right, you can turn a bad thing into a good thing. I just alluded to it right now. If somebody writes about Babangida, they can if he writes about himself, he can write himself as the angel, and somebody else will see him as the devil. Now, so life just really be who wicked for one person, nice for another person. Just what it is. So if we can tell ourselves those dazzling stories, as we have been told many times in history, even of countries that are well off today, mm, maybe something can come out, eventually. Say fake it till you make it, huh? Or
Hmm.
not? I don't know.
Maybe,
But
maybe,
right,
maybe not.
please. Right, Biko. I want to read. I want to hear. Thanks and God bless.
Alrighty, second email. This is from Sherifat. HIV versus hepatitis B.
Mm.
Um, Hi, AOT2 and Ugochi, the stallion. I recently started listening to the podcast. Shout out to Lou Stock for putting me on. I'm a
Whoop,
young
whoop.
woman in her 20s and I'm a medical laboratory scientist. I wanted to talk about something that was mentioned on the episode where the USAID saga was dissected, or USAID. Hepatitis B is like the devil hiding in plain sight, but the reason why people are not
Facts.
really scared of it is because vaccines are available for hepatitis B. Hepatitis B can also be contracted from surfaces, toilets, and pretty much anywhere, as the virus can live up for up to 2 weeks outside the body. Meanwhile, HIV cannot survive outside the body. So hepatitis B is much more lethal than HIV. So please, if anyone has not been vaccinated against hepatitis B, go get vaccinated now in all caps. She added all caps. PS,
Yeah.
hepatitis affects the liver and there are no ARVs for it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you guys plenty. This is my first fan mail too. Thank you very much, Sharifat, for the sexual education right there. They
Whoop,
said,
whoop.
please, if you do not have not taken vaccine for hepatitis, please do so now. I believe you can walk up to any government owned
Healthcare center.
healthcare center and do it. I'll be Sharifat. Just let us know if that is it. And then yeah, I believe it will be free too. But in Nigeria,
No.
where they sell mosquito nets, they're supposed to be free. The matter hepatitis B will cost you a bright price in Anambra now. So we don't know. But please, please, please do it. And shout out to the people who came up with the vaccine for hepatitis B. The
Mhm.
Lord will inspire you that you come up with a vaccine for HIV and AIDS in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. And
Yes, thank
cancer.
you. And cancer, yes, that's very true.
Yeah, and
Yes,
cancer.
yes, yes. Like those the
Please.
ones that really matter. Yes, that is what we need. But thank you very much, Sharifat, for the sexual education right there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like we don't talk about sex a lot. In like we don't talk
Because
in like
sex is the devil's sugar. Rebuke it in Jesus' name. It's only for married people.
but everybody is knocking though.
They are knocking in sin. This is the
Hmm.
shit. This is Babylonian theology. They are knocking in sin. Hold your body steadfast.
Let's go.
Thank
But
you.
not but if you must knock, just know that there are consequences, like and um be ready for the consequences. Knocking is not the problem. I don't think knocking is the problem.
Don't
The
cry. Don't
consequences
beg.
after.
Yeah. When you enjoy it, you not call us. So please face front and carry your load. After 9 months, we'll go see your load. Huh.
Please don't kill me. Is it only pregnancy? I'm not. We're talking about diseases.
It's true now. Yes, just a little sin. Mazion Film Ministries. That woman knock once, you get belle, abort her and she
Straight.
die. I see. I like their own judgment. It's Old Testament. You have sex, you die.
I don't know. When it comes to abortions, I am very torn, and I don't know if it's a conversation that I want
Thank
to.
God. I dey go Vatican next week. I go just report you go meet. Waiting
Whoop,
be the
whoop.
new. Waiting be Papa new name. I don't know.
Poplio.
Pope Leo. I say please,
The
my
14th.
co-host, he needs he needs some
Please
redoctrination because
carry me now.
I don't understand what is going on. Please.
Pro-life Catholics that are pro-life, they will just come
Uh,
from you, just say this Ugochi, she's not right on a platform
Wait,
so big.
we don't know what these papas. We don't know which side is leaning to. It could be conservative or it could be progressive. He never shows dreams yet. You see, they warm up to the office. So make we see first which side he belong to.
It's so amazing that this is the first time a pope is coming from America.
Yeah, and Trump will not let us hear word. That's the sad thing.
I don't see Trump, first of all, is crashing out. So many things are happening in America. America is too much in the news. Either Biden is something's happening to Biden. God,
Hey, the
please
man
help
is
him.
dying
He's
now.
not
He's old
feeling well.
now. He's
Yes.
old now. He will die now. He has to die. At least we know what is doing him. Unlike some
Uh,
leaders that just keep going to France every 2 months to go and get shock absorber.
see,
To go and shock it again. Mm.
chuck it up.
They go they go collect us pay. When they
you know,
just uh,
I was watching one interview. Trump was talking about Biden's case. It has reached like critical levels. God
stage 4.
help Biden. Yes. Is it
Yeah.
eight actually? 8 or 9? I can't
No,
remember.
it's 4. It's 4. There's no 8 or 9.
Okay.
Trump was just lying.
Trump
Trump was
was
the
talk Trump took
Trump
it
doesn't
to
know anything.
I'm
Trump
telling
doesn't know
you,
anything.
Trump said it's 9. So I'm just like, okay, they say stage 4 cancer, but it's 9. Okay, let's keep it at 9. And he says, how did they wait for it to get to 9 before
Uh,
they start talking
Please,
about it?
I beg. Let's leave those there. Please go and get your shots. Get all your shots before you climb
Yeah,
man, before
so
you
I
climb
think it's like
woman.
12K
For
in
waiting, you see,
for
for stay
the
abstinence. Whole
for the
body is free.
vaccine.
Whole
I'm not
body is
certain.
free.
I can't remember now.
Abstinence is free. Whole body. Before you go and spend 12K.
But why are we talking like this now? The flesh wants what the flesh wants
Thank God.
sometimes.
Okay. Mm.
See, I'm not engaging right now or anything, but I'm just saying, like, if you must engage, please, like, be good. And you know what? Not having money to go to the hospital for tests often is a very good reason not to have sex and say, oh, I don't want to have sex with you because I can't afford the aftercare. I think
Okay.
it's a great reason.
All I know is that if you have sex, you will born and die. Like as they say in MFM.
I the way you just call that sex now, giving baby boomers. Oh, say
Okay, it's
sis.
sex. Okay, still on the papacy. This is Dominic writing from Anambra State. I know you guys are really doing great. I enjoy every bit of your podcast. You guys are also doing a great job. Your
Thank
podcast is
you.
my second favorite after the Loose Talk podcast. Thank you very much. This is my first time writing to this pod, and I've been a listener for 1 year now. Bless.
Mm.
Thanks for the movie recommendations from the last episode. I went to see the movie Conclave, and it was awesome. Which has not still watched that movie, but let's
I've
keep
not
going.
still watched it. But I've
Mhm.
watched Black Mirror. Please don't come. Like I've tried.
But I
I've
didn't really like how the movie ended. How they found it. So, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert. That movie came out last year.
no now wait
Last
for me
year.
to watch it now. Which one is spoiler alert now? I'll watch
But
it
yeah,
this week.
but you're reading the email, so you already know what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I went to see the movie and you said spoiler alert doesn't matter to you. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. True.
I went to see the movie Conclave and it was awesome. But I didn't really like how the movie ended. How they found a way to bring in the trans pope. Pause. I have to pause here now. Because
Mm.
he is saying it as if the Pope is the Pope was a woman, then I became a man.
Mm.
So, not to give you all the details on how they landed on this
No,
guy.
you must give.
Okay, let me give you the whole story.
Thank
All
you.
right. The
Thanks
Pope,
very much.
the old Pope died,
Okay.
and the man who was like closest to him, he too is also a cardinal. He was
Mm-hmm.
now in charge of the church, and
Mm-hmm.
he was one that organized the
The
conclave, and it was
conclave,
going to be
yes.
and it's a very very complex process. So
Mm-hmm.
he called all the cardinals. They were like a certain amount. Everybody knows the amount of cardinals that there are in the world.
Mm-hmm.
On the last day, they now told him that there's another cardinal that before the last pope died, he secretly ordained this guy a cardinal in one of these Middle Eastern countries where there's a lot of
Mm.
terrorism. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy read the letter and said it was true. He saw it was real that the Pope actually ordained this guy as a cardinal. So they brought him in. He came in on the last day. And as you know, even in the house of the Lord, there's politics. In
Of course.
the seat of Saint Peter, people they lobby for him.
Mm-hmm.
Early on, there was one Italian cardinal that was telling the guy that was in charge of the conclave that he
Mm-hmm.
needs to join the Italian bloc. There's been a while since that there's been an Italian pope that we should not
Mm-hmm.
allow these blacks. They're not sure where the black cardinals were sitting,
Mm.
French cardinals and American cardinals. They should not allow them that the church needs to be put on the right path. That it
Track.
needs to be Italian. And this guy, the guy that's in charge of this conclave, is an above
Mm.
guy, above and beyond. The guy is a clean guy, very very
Mm-hmm.
clean guy. So he said he doesn't know about all this and everything. He now had he also had a friend who was one of the cardinals, and this guy was in running. Was one of the big guys running, and he was American. Funny enough. So
Interesting.
they were just talking like, Mama, what are the possibilities? So the guy that was running the conclave says, "Look, you have my own vote. Oh, that I believe you should be the person running. That you should be the next pope." And the guy just, he
Mm-hmm.
was funny humble, like, we don't really think about these things. And the guy said, "No, all cardinals, we all think of the day when we become pope. Don't lie."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the first round of voting, I think the Italian guy was leading. I think he even beat the American the first round of voting, but he
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a majority. Now, the surprising thing was that the guy that was in charge of the conclave, he came third or so, which surprised him,
Mm.
like, because he didn't want it, realistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
The cardinal that the Pope made, the last minute cardinal, he got one vote.
Mm-hmm.
It was surprised that how did I get one vote? But because there wasn't clear majority, they continued and continued. Oh, sorry, I missed a part.
Okay.
The Nigerian cardinal was actually
Mm-hmm.
one of the highest. It was like top one or top two.
Mm-hmm.
So by the second time they were doing the voting, the Nigerian cardinal was leading. It was already
Mm-hmm.
obvious that by the third round of voting, he will become pope. Then something happened in the cafeteria. A black reverend sister caused a scene with the
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
So my guy that was organizing the cardinal now said he wants to investigate. They now found out that years ago, when this guy was just a small catechist in Nigeria, he
Mm.
impregnated this lady who is a
Oh,
reverend sister, and they have a child.
interesting.
So my guy he just knocked on the door of the black reverend and said, look, black cardinal said, look, I know everything. You cannot run for a pope again because of this thing. And you see how this Nigerian guy was crying. He was
Mm-hmm.
crying because he could see the seat of Saint Peter right there in front of him.
Mm-hmm. But he missed it.
He missed it. The next round of election, right? The Italian guy was leading, but also the guy that was organizing the conclave, he too had more votes. Then the
Mm-hmm.
cardinal, that last cardinal that they brought in last minute, he too his own
Mm-hmm.
votes were increasing, but nobody still saw anything bad about this.
Mm-hmm.
My guy that was running the conclave now, he did some investigation. He found out that um, another guy who was leading was involved in simony. Simony is the sin in Catholic Church where you
Mm-hmm.
bribe people, especially
Yep.
to become pope. So what the
Mm-hmm.
guy found out is he brought it out in front of all the cardinals, and that guy that was guilty of simony, he too could not run.
So they
Now,
reduced the numbers.
so they're not reducing the number. So the next
Mm.
round of votes, um, it was the conclave guy that was leading, and the guy was like, "Why am I leading? Why?" It was obvious that he was going to win the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. There was an explosion close to
Oops.
the Vatican. Some radical right wing politics wahala.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing affected the Cardinals because some of the dust and rubble entered that Sistine Chapel where they were doing the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
voting. So they had to postpone that voting.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they had a meeting at night, all of them they now spoke. The Italian guy was like, "This is why we need a firm hand to fight against these outsiders, foreigners." He was talking like all these right wing MAGA kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Then the cardinal that came in,
Secessionists.
yeah. Then the cardinal that came in last minute, the guy rose up and the guy gave a wonderful speech that this is not the
Mm.
time for the church to show hatred, but to love everyone, to bring people closer. Um, as they do the last one, like so, a guy just went straight,
Ah,
and
the
the guy was
conclave
shocked.
guy.
Yeah, the last no, not the conclave guy, the last cardinal, the one they brought in
Mm.
last minute.
Okay.
He won, and you could see his face. He was sad. Now,
Mm.
meanwhile, they were doing background checks on this guy. The conclave guy was doing background checks on him, and he found out that one time, a few years ago, the Pope actually paid for this guy to do a medical procedure,
Oh. Who?
but he
Which
never
guy?
went through it. The cardinal, the last minute cardinal, the guy that came from
Okay.
Middle East,
Okay.
but they found out that he never went through it. So the guy just said, "You know what? Keep investigating. He wants to know the medical procedure."
Mm.
When they have voted this guy as Pope, somebody now gave him the document to show him the medical procedure. The guy wanted to faint.
Eh?
So
Why?
when they vote for a pope is taken to a room where they wear his papacy
Vet.
clothes and
Vet.
everything. Yeah,
Vetmo. Hmm?
but yes, he now entered and I said, "Please, I need a word with with the pope." My guy now said, "Why didn't you tell us that you had female?" So I don't think he had female. I don't think he had like a vagina, but
Okay.
he had like a fallopian tube. He had like female reproductive organs in him, right?
What? That is
And that,
wild.
yeah, and that surgery was meant to correct it, to remove
Mm-hmm.
it. But he
Mm-hmm.
now said that he thought about it, and when he wanted to do it, something told him that if this is the way God made me, who am I to change His ways? That this will not
Yeah.
stop me from preaching about the word of God. That this will not stop me from doing great things and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my conclave guy just stood there and said, "Well, who are we to argue?" And
Yeah.
that's how
So
technically a male and female pope was elected in conclave. It's actually a beautiful film, lovely
that's a
film.
mad thing. I would
When I watch
watch
her,
it.
I had to Google the procedure. I say, yeah, okay, let us
that
go.
that's a very
No,
interesting twist. I would never have seen that
I
coming.
did not see that twist coming. I'm
Honestly.
like, I knew that cardinal will become pope because I'm like, bro, why is he here? There must be a reason why he's here.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Mm-hmm.
that became sad, I'm like, why is he sad, bro? When they now said that part, I said, God is on the
Something
throne.
fish is going down.
Yeah. So back to the fan mail. Anyway,
Yes, Steve.
um, I personally feel like it's either they're trying to push a trans agenda, making people to welcome it, or they're trying to predict the outcome for the next pope. Because currently there's a high chance the Catholic Church will have a new pope this year. Well, this is This mail was a little bit outdated because we do have a new pope now. We all know
Exactly.
the current situation of the current pope right now. I believe that once a trans pope or a pope with a trans agenda gets in there, it's not going to be nice at all. Keep keep up keep up the good work and keep making us happy. I'm Dominic from Anambra State. Peace.
Whoop,
Well,
whoop.
a new pope has been elected. We don't know his stance on modern issues like this, but over the coming months, we'll know eventually. Yeah, but he looks like a good guy for all of it. All I've seen, all I've heard, he looks like a cool guy so far. And he has been to Nigeria, so hey, what else?
And our leaders have gone to see him. What else?
I don't know about that one.
Wait, first of all, I'm actually really gassed. Somebody wrote to us from Anambra State.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Listen,
missed,
I'm elated.
I missed all the iPod sit down at home. Shout out to you, bro.
See, I'm so glad, first of all, that there are people all around Nigeria listening to Three for Essential. I think that everybody's
Except people from Jigawa State. You have to understand that.
from Yobe State. I thought it was Yobe. You have people
Yobe and
from
Jigawa,
Yobe.
because I've never seen anybody from Yobe and Jigawa. I think I've seen somebody from Kebbi before, and that was like a moment. But Jigawa and Yobe State now, I doubt those places exist. I think the government just puts their name there,
See,
just
you know
know.
what? I'm actually thinking of planning a trip to Maiduguri soon. I don't know
Ugochi, if
yet.
anybody kidnap you, well, I will tweet your hashtag. Sha. That's what I'll do as a concerned friend.
Why
But
let's don't you know we always the truth is that some of these things might not be I don't know. I'm not saying that it is
uh,
completely false.
I'm not saying
However,
that is true or not of us, but I am not the one. You know how you watch horror film and you just know that this nigga is going to die first. I don't want that situation.
the black
Say
instinct.
it's not me that will now go and enter. Then I say, oh, today we arrested people. No, no. Shout out to all my people in Jigawa. Let them come to Lagos. It's
Listen,
fine. Or we can meet in Abuja. But as I'm listening, no. No.
I'm thinking about it, because work is looking like it might take me there. So, and I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited.
Okay, I've just
Um,
registered with Red Cross, Interpol.
register for me now,
Yeah, hey. So when it's alert, say your name.
please,
They don't carry gun. Hey. Because this
please.
administration, if they kidnap anybody by this administration, now they go do Christmas, you go do New Year.
We pray. First of all, no, let me not say. Let me not even move funny, but I'm going to be doing some travel within Nigeria this year already. Like the way I'm looking at it, I don't already they see wedding for East for December. Now that from since January, I've been
Even
seeing
the
it,
one for
but
Lagos, I know go. Now the one for East, what am I looking for? I'm sorry,
I'm
bruv.
from the east of Nigeria and I've
Send me
actually
this.
missed
Send
it.
me the Zoom link.
Send me the Zoom link. But I need to go, Sha. So many things are happening. So I don't know if I mentioned last some weeks ago, but I've lost some really dear parents to me. These are friends' parents that were really close to me, and they'll be having their burials this year as well. God rest their
Oh, okay.
soul. So there's that. There are weddings. They're just different things, and I'm excited because last time I went to the East was 5 years ago. 2020 was last time I was in the East, August of 2020, and I haven't been since. And I really want to go. So I know I'm not even wanting to entertain the idea of kidnap or something. No, please God.
All right. You are covered. You are
With the
covered.
blood of Jesus.
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about my itinerary more what I have done now, but like I really look forward to moving around Nigeria and just seeing what's happening and just seeing somebody writing. Shout out to Dominic from Anambra. Please write to us. I want to know, prove I am wrong that there are people in Jigawa State that are listening to 234 Essential. Prove him wrong.
All
Let him
right.
know that there are people in Yobe. Prove him wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next
Anyway.
one is anonymous. It's called Phone for Children. Concerning the use of phones by children, I'm not a parent yet, but I have little cousins who stay with my mom, and I always need to be in contact with them.
Hmm.
The use of phones with internet access has been terrible with every cousin who stayed with us. They have always either engaged in online sexual activities or scam, or just give out information to strangers online with no caution. Also,
Hmm.
these internet access phones uh, leave them distracted and have low academic achievements. So last year, I came up with a brilliant plan of collecting all internet access phones, and I bought a Nokia Touch Lite phone. I specifically made sure the phones had no internet access at all. No opera, meaning nothing. And for others that want to buy this type of phones, please read the specifics of the Touchlight phone. Some brands will have opera mini, which defeat the points. You
Mm,
can get the Nokia brand, but read it well. Oh. Let them know. Let them not sell you something that has internet. So buy
mm,
a phone that doesn't have internet. So now I can still communicate with them via calls and SMS. At least no internet to do wild things online. All one can do is buy a recharge card for the calls. This gives everyone peace of mind. So this is what other parents can adopt because we're in the era you still need to be able to communicate with your words. Wow. Shout out to
mm.
you, Minister of Technology and Telecommunication.
Let's talk
Well,
about this for a bit.
I don't know the age of your cousins. So if they're still like little kids, then it makes sense. Yes. I understand. I don't know why a 5-year-old is working an iPhone 12. Please go and watch Teletubbies and Shaki Doo Doo Doo, Shaki Doo Doo Doo. You know how to pass that one. But to now be giving, like I said, I still want to believe that these people are still, your cousins are still maybe 1 to 12, 13, 14. Bruh, they don't need no phone. If there's any emergency, the school will call you. They don't need any phone. Or if you want to make them have a phone, give them Nokia touch lights. It's calm. It's all right. We didn't grow up with phone. We didn't grow up with phone.
But that's a different generation,
It
though.
doesn't matter. We came up
Why
all
does
right.
it matter?
We came up all right. We resemble normal people, right? But when
See,
it's harder when they now become like teenagers, 15, 16, and they now see their classmates working iPhones or whatever, Samsungs, and they're able to do this and that. That's why I don't think you need to be that strict, but you need to be more of um you need to put more of how like restrictions on certain apps and at certain times so that but these days they say the young wise pass the old at the end of the day.
always
So
have one.
you go do your best and leave the rest. God no say you try. Any pikin wey wan open OnlyFans at 16, now your own business with that. Or any pikin wey wan dey do CL and OS and the new taker no taker.
Hey,
God
God,
has
which one
seen
is CL? Okay, you'll see, you'll see,
God
you'll see.
God has seen your heart, but just try your best at the end of the day.
I want to ask some questions. I want to ask you some questions.
Fire.
Thank you. See, you know that right now, children might not be having phones, but like kids have educational tablets, right? Or
Oh yeah.
iPads or
Yeah.
what have you, right?
Yes, yes.
They're already on screen. You don't necessarily need to have a phone for you to have a
Oh, I
screen.
wanted to add that yeah, if you are really concerned about the educational part, you can also get them a tab and you can also sign up for YouTube for Kids where the educational stuff there. There are also educational apps that you can download for free and yeah, for kids, YouTube for Kids also works.
Man, I personally I'm conflicted about this point of view, to be honest, because when you speak to parents, they're just like, I mean, I want my child to also know what's happening in the world, right? In terms of
Uh-uh. Is
other
that simple
children.
now? That's
No,
simple. You do like our parents. 9 o'clock, everybody watch NTA News. You will know
but
what
that's
is happening.
but
You will
but
know what
that's
is happening in the
but
country.
you
Come
know
and
that
watch
that's
CNN.
when was the
Come
last
and
time you
watch
watched
CNN.
NTA news?
Okay, no, NTA
Let
no
us say you
day.
are a parent now.
No,
When
NTA no
was
they
the last
rain
time that
again.
you watch
No,
NTA? No,
NTA no
no,
they rain again.
no,
It's
okay,
CNN.
no.
Let's
I
all
want
watch
I want
CNN.
I'm really asking this because I feel like sometimes it's sometimes easy. I know this person mentioned that you don't have kids yet. And me too, I don't have kids. Neither does well, I'm really tired is on that question. Whether
No,
he
I don't know
has
what you are
kids
talking
or
about.
not. But like um it's even check your current lifestyle right now. You do not have the culture where you are listening to news in terms of oh when it's nine
Because
o'clock, you go to the
news,
television
yeah,
and you
but news
watch
consumption
TV.
has changed because the only time you could get news at
Exactly.
that time was 9 o'clock. Now you go on Twitter and you see news.
That
Uh-huh.
see, look at you now where you've gone to Twitter, and that Twitter that you're going to go and check for news. Say you had a young person living around you right now, the person will also be mirroring you and doing the same thing.
No, there's no mirroring.
So,
You watch NT, you suffer the way we suffer. You watch Cassava and Miss
but
documentary, like all of us.
but are you trying to trap the child's mind, or are you trying to make sure that they're meeting up with their peers in today's 2025 world that
That's why they be
tech is
homeschooled.
key?
There's no peer. We're not peer
Oh
with
my god.
anybody. We are not peer with anybody. Thank you. Before your child now says, I identify as a table or identify as a moon. No, No.
You know,
Watch NTA with us. Siristoba, 9 o'clock.
Siristoba is not even on 9 o'clock news.
Then whoever the new version is, say yes. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, congratulated the Pope, blah, blah, blah. So what? This is educational shit. And watch Voltron. We watch Voltron. It was good for us. It will be good for you. Thank you.
Are you watching?
I
And
watch
Voltron is
Voltron.
no longer in place right now.
What do you
Kids
mean?
are
What?
watching Auntie Rachel,
You see, no, Auntie Rachel
Baby
is good for
Shark.
babies. Baby Shark is good.
Yeah.
You see, when they pass that one, that's why you now be saying, I knew that something was wrong with humanity when Cow and Chicken became a very popular cartoon series. I looked at Cow and Chicken
Why?
like, this is for retarded people. Bro,
What do
I
you mean by
grew up,
that?
see, I grew up on Super Ted,
See,
Sesame Street.
I grew up on that too, but like I
See,
really
real
like Cow
fun,
and Chicken
Voltron.
and
Voltron.
Animaniacs.
We even manage Power Rangers. Because that's okay, we'll try. No, we say it too sweet like
What?
that. You managed it. Now you want me to dump down to Cow
Ninja
and
Turtles.
Chicken. Thank you. Ninja. That's the reason I started eating pizza in this life. Ninja Turtles.
Really?
That's the first time I heard of pizza in
Because
my
they were
life.
always eating it though,
Yes.
without their
Now
sensei.
you want me to now start watching Cow and Chicken.
But
Why?
I love Cow and Chicken.
Daddy had a car. Mommy, that's where
Man,
this is where all this
Dad was
funny.
proud. He
Now
didn't
there all these
care
things
how.
enter.
Dun,
How
dun, dun, dun.
human being, how will human beings give birth to cow and chicken? This is where these are the problems that we never
But we
solve
never
from.
knew if those people were human beings though.
They were human beings, saw their legs. And that's how
It's
they used to
only
do
their
cartoon back
leg.
then. That's how they used to do cartoon. Even Tom and
Honestly,
Jerry. Tom and Jerry,
even Dexter's Lab.
the black woman, we could not see her. We did not see just her legs we saw. So
Exactly.
So go and download them. Then when you don't want them to watch cartoon again, start make sure they watch Allo Allo, Renta Ghost, Doctor Who, all those forms. It's calm. Those ones are
They can
calm.
watch the Jetsons though. Because
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's okay. But some of these
Why?
series, even us, when they watch some of these TV series now, we're like, where they carry us go now? Where they carry us? I don't even know what is this.
Cartoons have changed though.
The cartoon of the change. See, I can even do new age cartoon. I'll do Ben 10, Samurai Jack, Megas XLR. If you want,
Megas
some
was
funky
nice.
stuff, this thing, the cowardly dog. What's his name? We'll
Howard
give you
the
that one.
Cowardly Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage the coward. Thank you very much. We try. But
That
this
was Cartoon Network. R.I.P.
See,
Cartoon Network.
Dodo, Space Ghost, all of them.
Kid from
buy.
outer space.
But this new one, I don't trust them. No.
I the truth is that nobody's watching that stuff anymore.
You know, be my house. Okay, now.
No, but your kids, you don't want your kids to remain competitive.
Where? What are they competing with? There's nothing.
What?
There's some
The
nice
world.
ones.
They are competing with them. First of all, they're competing themselves.
They will compete with
And
Google.
then
They will know how to Google code. That's competing. That's really competing that matter.
fantastic. Internet will be involved. That's what
not
I'm trying to
watching-
get at.
Not watching sex education. Even me, I watch sex education. I was confused at the end of the day. I'm like, bro, but please, can we all calm it down? Can we just please, please? Thank you.
See, I feel like when you tell a child no, you make the child curious, and
Okay.
First of all, you need curiosity. Curiosity is important. Everybody needs to remain curious, but you push your child more to things that you hide from them and you're not playing about. I'm not saying that this person's what's the word now, tactic of using touchlight sims and phones to reach your ward and stuff like that is wrong, but I'm saying that there's so many outlets today for your child to consume information, and if you're not on top of it, you might actually literally will getting this information right under your nose and you know nothing about it. That's what I'm saying.
That's
right?
We need to move into Jehovah Witness. I think the Jehovah Witness.
Oh God,
please.
They've started watching TV. Deeper Life household. They don't get
forget
TV.
Deeper Life don't backslide.
They don't backslide.
Jehovah Witness. And what's that one that they talk to plants?
Oh my, which is it not a kanka? Is it not the sound and something?
No, that's sound and
is it Guru Maharaji or something?
No, down on the past. Be careful. I think it's maybe Latter Day Saints or something. One of Great Message.
Wait, Great Message.
Thank you.
Girls.
Yes.
I have Great Message.
We go into the mountains and live like a cult, a Christian cult. Thank you.
But isolation is needed in spirituality, though. Just put it out there.
You see,
It's needed.
it's good.
See,
It's
there's
good.
so what me I'm trying to debate first is that you cannot take internet out of the mix right now in 2025,
If I go to
whether
Yobe,
you're
there'll be no. If I go to Yobe, there won't be internet or Jigawa. Like, I
in
tell
this
you
case,
that
you have
clearly.
seen the skank look I just gave you. Like, if you had seen it, you'd have
It,
been afraid.
it's clear. It's clear that it's
See,
not going to be there.
what do you mean? MTN is everywhere you go. You think they will not network in Yobe State? It might not be everywhere, but it's going to be there.
Yeah, and that was the last bit of our fan mail. Remember, if you want us to read your fan mail, send it to us at fanmail at 234essential.com and it will get read on the podcast. Yeah.
Um, yes, please. I'm happy that you guys sent fan mail because like it gives us like a diverse discourse. We don't have to talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. But to add to finally the last fan mail, technology cannot be taken out of 2025. You have to just like find a way to keep a healthy balance for kids or if you have children, because at each new stage is a new devil, whether it's a child or a toddler or someone who's going into their teen years, or new devils at new stages. But like be sure to be engaging with your ward, be sure to communicate with them and tell them the truth as blatantly as much as you can, because they will sure get it from somewhere. I want to give you one story as well for this. I got into one Uber,
Okay.
and the Uber driver was consistently on his phone. I was trying to get to Korean. The guy was constantly on his phone, but he was driving well, so I didn't really bother. And I noticed that he was talking to maybe his girlfriend or his wife or his significant other anyway, and was like, "Don't come house, you day house, waiting they happen to him, And long and short, the story so happens that they have this ward in their house who the guy is living with his girlfriend. Well, or all this kind married, all this kind boyfriend girlfriend situation. Like, don't they thought marriage now because they've been living together for so long, and everybody just knows them together, right? Um, and somebody gave them their child to come and live with
Yeah.
these two people, right? And the Uber driver is the man in the house, apparently. He says that he has she's 14. He has a 14-year-old girl living with him. She's in secondary school. That they bought her a smartphone, and to keep in touch. Young people are on the internet these days. TikTok is filled with young people. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, like she's always, her mates have and everything, so they give her like a phone. Now, the problem is she's even on social media. The problem is that there are older men she's talking to who are like, well, send me a picture of your ex or send me a picture
So
of your this.
this is a very simple. There's a very simple solution to this.
What what's the solution?
You send that
Wait,
to the okay.
let me finish before you give us the solution. And they didn't know all of this was happening till they went through her phone and they saw like multiple older men speaking to this girl, telling her, "Oh, send me a picture of your this," and she will stay. She'll take a picture, she send it to them because for some reason she thinks that it's okay to do that, right? So he takes the phone and he smashes the phone, and then the girl doesn't have a phone. So once she leaves the house, and it appears that there's one of the men who doesn't live too far away from the house, who is also talking to this girl on the phone. Now that they smashed the phone, is one of two things. She has to either shank the guy or physically go and meet him in his house. So that day, while he was on his trip, he has to keep in touch with his significant other in the house to see where is this girl now? Is she home? They sent her on an errand. They are checking. Has she come back? What's going on? I was like, Omo, you guys have to find a balance because you can't keep doing this. And if she goes and meets the guy, it's even worse because it go happen. You know what I mean? God forbid that it happens in anyway. Crazy stuff, right? I think my main question is you can't be too protective. But what then can you do? You know, I think
Simple.
there should be a balance. So what's your solution, Ayo?
Uh-uh. Me, I'm not going to argue. I just say, yeah, Obiageli, just start packing your load. First of all, pack your load. Make sure that your load is well packed. Tomorrow morning, we enter car park and I'll drop you off at the nearest convent. Nearest convent. That's, we
Right.
are going to You're turning to a sister. No, there's no. You're turning to a holy sister. I don't have time for you. If you don't, you will not serve my money in my house. You serve God. Simple as that. If I give you to God, God know you will now become a child of God. Literally a child of God. God is your father. All these issues are no
Period.
longer mine. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Yo, so many things are happening. I always say shout out to parents and teachers in this time because the 2025 kids, we thought that we saw bad kids. No, I feel like there've always been generation with wild stories. Every generation has their own wild stories, but it just keeps getting tougher and tougher and tougher to create these barriers. And the world is changing. You don't want your child to be stuck up in a world where it no longer exists. Now there are actually cars that are flying. Jetsons told us they were going to be
Don't
flying
worry. See
cars,
to
but we
the
didn't
the
believe it.
child will fly too. Don't worry. You will fly without wings. They fly. Anywho, yeah, thank you guys
Crazy.
for listening to the fan mail, sending us fan mail. All
Thank
right.
you.
How weekly catch up or bi-weekly catch up? Ugochi, please do the honors. How was your week
Ah, I thank God for my
after
life.
gallivanting around the whole nation?
It's important. So we need to go and see what our neighbors are doing. Sometimes you need to know what your neighbor is doing so that you can know how to guide as well. You understand? It's important. But my week has been great. I thank God. As usual, family and friends for everything else coming through. I want to say that if you're paying rent in any country that you are, anywhere in the world, as long as you're paying rent, you are the real MVP. When you pay your rent, you need to do something nice for yourself. If it's monthly that you pay your rent, you need to look for something nice to do for yourself. If it's quarterly, same thing. If it's yearly, same thing. Please, you need to congratulate yourself for me. That's a huge to keep the lights on over your head and a roof over your head. Hmm. Oh, anyway, all of this is to say that I've I've been going, it's been going great and ups and downs, but we're grateful. My weeks have been good. Um, New opportunities, new businesses that I'm speaking to. Glad for all the CEOs that I'm working with currently. Great for all the projects that are going to come. The year is getting really into the kick of it. So all the planning is coming out. Summer, some parts of the world, but here in Nigeria, it's rainy season. So, factoring that in to make sure that our work gets done. Internet will work some days, NEPA will do their thing, but Jesus is Lord. Um, it's just been a really interesting past couple of days and weeks. Sometime last week also, Shewa, I don't know, shout out Shewa. AOT2 no Shewa now.
Yeah.
So shout out to Shewa. Shewa was turning 30 and Shewa was like, guys, let's go to Benin Republic. And we went to Benin Republic, we're in Cotonou for a couple of days to celebrate 0 to 30 real quick. But it was also it was such a needed break as well. If you know me, I've been shouting since that I need to take a break from this country, this Lagos. This Lagos is choking. There's so much going on here. Whether the smell in Lagos has been in question for a couple of months now, has been on the rounds on the media for a couple of months. Away from the smell, just the hecticness of the city as well. It's been crazy. um, the trip to Benin Republic was amazing, really relaxing. One time, the Home Kingdom saw the Amazon statue, Woman King statue in Cotonou. It was beautiful, amazing, clean streets, fresh air. I'll say going to Cotonou is like going to Abuja in Nigeria. It's where the seat of power resides. It also has the biggest the port. They also has the ports as there as well. So you can imagine, but really clean city, really quiet, beautiful. Sun shines differently, really, in some parts of this country, of this world, of this part of the continent, and it's so beautiful. Went to the beach. It was Bob Marley Day, and these people take it very seriously. I've heard so much sebon, sebon, sebon. Is it sebon they say in the past couple of days, and I'm just like, I need to go and learn French. So French and Swahili. I need to learn it because that's what they're speaking in Africa. Somehow at least have knowledge of it because it's important. I remember when I worked with Ugomoya and we did the Wazalendo collection. That was the Swahili word for compatriots, but I need to actually go and learn Swahili at this point, at least have an idea so that when other Africans are speaking, I can get it. Fun times, great times. Have a couple more engagements coming up in the next couple of weeks and months. One of my favorite, in fact, my favorite workplace, favorite brand, favorite everything, is celebrating 10 years soon, Alara. And I'm looking forward to that, interestingly, because thank God for the creation that is Alara, but so many things in at the view. My weeks have been good. My week has been good. This past couple of days, MTN has shown me Pepe. Internet has been crazy. Banks have shown me Pepe, but still I stand tall. Um, the floods are back. Nana made sure to send me a message, but I've told them that I've opened GoFundMe. I've opened accounts, any kind of currency you want to support me with. If you think that where I am staying is not good for me, please help me to meet. I don't want to pay rent. I think I want to be talking about remodeling my home. I don't want to be talking about this rent, this landlord, all of this. Because when you're paying rent, you know that you are the real sugar daddy of your landlord, but it's okay. That's not what I want to continue doing. I think that the language of remodeling sounds really nice to me. In fact, owning an apartment, sounds great to me. I look forward to that. I'm working hard, but I have dreams. These are my dreams. Don't want to be paying rent anymore. Please, sick of it. But as you can see, the thing where my mind lies right now is on God, money, and just getting it right. The vision gets clearer as I create, so I'm happy about that, but it also comes with its own challenges. It's been a good time. I think that I will give a breakdown of my trip to Benin sometime if anybody asks me, if you to ask me, because he has not asked me, but if you
Okay.
ask me, I will talk about
No,
it.
we're leaving you with your bad behavior this year. So if you like,
Please.
no posts. No, like no posts. Mutton doors.
See, you guys, you know what, see my next couple of weeks, just watch out. Every
Mm.
week I'm going to be all the backdated
See,
stuff that I'm
people.
wanting.
Now
I'm
December.
serious.
Now December, I'm not going to see this thing. Don't bother yourself.
All the backdated thing documents and resources that I have on my phone, I'm going to put it out. I'm
Mm.
serious. I'm serious. I'm
I want
serious.
I know they disagree. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, yeah.
The Nigerian Naira Festival is so embarrassing because
Excuse
tell
me,
me
please.
why.
Ugochi, please. Let's
Tell
focus
me.
on very productive issues
I'm
right
trying to
now.
tell you something.
It's
I'm
not,
trying to,
no, no,
it's
no.
productive, I
This is
promise
bad for my
you.
mental health, please. I beg, please. 2025, please.
But
Please.
you need to hustle. We need
I
to
don't need
hustle
to.
harder. That's what I'm
I'm
trying
not
to
hustling.
say.
No, I know they do. No, I'm okay as I am like this. I don't do anything. We pass this one. Thank you very much.
Yo, Sebo.
Don't don't remind me
We we
about that accursed currency, please. Thank you very
listen.
much.
No, but I have to tell you this
No,
one.
no,
You have
no.
to
I know
hear
they
it.
hear. I go off your mic
Are
now.
you
Don't
stopping
worry.
your ear?
Okay, don't worry. They just say I
I
know hear everything they talk.
but I need to tell the 234 tribe anyway. They need to
Write it in
hear
the
it.
newsletter for them, but not no, no.
It's
Sorry.
true.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct. You guys, our
Yes.
news are coming back, by the way.
Yeah. Go for it.
I think that it would be nice that Nigeria is just like really just happening. But thank God we are the giants of Africa still. Once, one time and always. Once and always. That's
Oh,
what
well,
I have to say.
that means other African countries are very short. For Nigeria to be the giants.
Yes, now what the giant see well see I have a theory that Nigeria will save Africa. And I mean it. It has been said by the greats, and I cannot
Which
doubt.
grades?
Nelson Mandela
Which
said it.
I beg. That's the only
Mandela
grade.
said
Okay.
it.
Who is the second person?
Um,
Who is the second person?
I cannot remember all of them's names right now, but
No.
Nelson Mandela will stand.
Nelson Mandela said that when he was very old. So when people they old, don't be say, we all suck
Mm-mm.
and he just wishy washy enter. You know, they
I don't.
say this thing. Who again
I
talk am?
actually agree. Away
No.
from, there are other scholars who have also said the same
But those
thing.
scholars, they need to go and do work and go and do jump.
The truth is that we are the only ones with the capacity, the
Hmm.
tenacity to do. I'm telling you.
Yes, I agree. I'm not.
I'm telling you, we have the numbers, we have the mentality, we have the capacity to do it. If when Nigeria really gets their shit together, Africa would be
It must be
Africa will reap from it
permanent. It
because they're
must
great
be
African
permanent.
countries.
What the Lord
We
has
just need
done for
support. We need the
me.
right support. I
It
promise
must be
you.
permanent.
You
Permanent.
you guys, I've told you this optimism, as radical as it is very possible. And I
You know
say
that
it,
you know that I can't wait for guys.
tell
2027.
me.
The day I go that day when the people the way I go so sleep. Oh God.
See, we're
Oh,
not even talking about short term, this short. See, how your change
see,
can happen. For the mere wait,
short
I
term, long term, mini skirts, bubble skirts, nothing they happen. And that's my own. Thank you.
the truth, I see, and you know what, I understand the sentiment, and I somewhat, I see where it's coming from, and I empathize with it. However, just looking at Africa and the few I've never been to the east of Africa or the north, but I believe from what I've seen, um Africa, we have it. We can be it. We are currently it. There are people all over the world right now in places that we've never even imagined that are listening to Nigerian music. Let's even start from. And
God,
if
this is a
that
very
is
depressing topic. Please, I beg. Let's leave Nigeria at its wahala. I beg. It's
anyway,
just jam we are talking about. We are okay with jam. Any other thing about Nigeria's potential, I beg. I don't watch hand come out. The way Pontius Pilate, I think that's the man's name, Abby.
yeah.
The way he wash his hand away from everything. I'll go and buy pure water, I'll go and wash it away, and I'll be sleeping
Oh
peacefully.
no, okay, it's okay, that's fine. But
Mhm.
um, in essence, that was how my past few weeks have been. Currently reading two books, no, three books actually. Today I become a woman. I'm still reading the Nigerian Soldiers of Fortune, and there's another book by Odafe I'm supposed to read again. I can't remember the name, but I just opened it. I've not I have it and I've not opened it yet, but currently reading two, but by the end of the month should have read three. Taking it small, living a very sedentary life. I need to change that. God is good. That's
All
all I
the
have to
time.
say. Yes.
All the time.
That has been my weeks.
All right. Good,
Yes.
good, good.
I am really
My
tired.
my
How's your
week
week been?
or weeks have they've been okay. Um, even though Nepal wanted to annoy me because of one breeze way just blew. They didn't give us proper light for almost 2 weeks. But God will shame the devil always and always. It's not been bad. Doing my content stuff, doing it writing stuff also. Just going with the momentum. Nothing. I don't think I went out anywhere because why am I going out? I'm in my house. Um, Watching movies, reading books. Also, yeah, I just living the life. No, no gang gang. Just like keeping it moving like this. No higi haga. No, no major highlights for now, or major turbulence rather. So yeah, that's all my
Thank
week
God.
was. Yes,
Um, that breeze you were talking about thing. It be like say before the rain won't fall for Nigeria, for Lagos now. Go first blow that breeze first.
that breeze was happening on a Thursday
Hmm.
morning, like around
A
2 a.m.
hurricane.
It just blew. I never took it like, oh, normal. We now wait Friday, no le. Saturday, Sunday, they'll not bring for like 2 hours, take it again. I'm like, bro. I
Honestly.
say if I see Nepal man for road, I feel commit more than right now.
But light has not been so bad around here.
Now
There's no
na for
light
una now. Don't worry, when that breeze
for
blow, call him
now.
outside.
No,
When
it
that
don't
breeze,
blow.
no, you never that one. This one a
I
special
promise
one.
you.
This one is from Yobe State. That breeze was coming from Yobe. Yobe. Trust
Shots
me.
fired.
It's coming from Yobe.
No, but the breeze
Okay.
has been really wild though. Hurricane like
No, we're
really.
about to enter rainy season. We're about to enter full rainy season now.
Abi we never enter.
Yeah, we're also
The
now we just enter and people will be surprised that there's flood when you
Lucky
carry your
roads.
Tampico, your
Oh,
jollof rice pack,
Tampico.
You carry everything, you put inside your gutter. Uh-huh. You're not be saying,
See,
there's flood. Eh? Why is there flood?
mm,
No, there's no flood will not happen. No flood because your gutters are open. You not put anything inside. You're not saying, where is there flood? I
mm.
beg. I beg, I
More
beg, I beg.
lucky roads are very distorted rainy season, because
So
it's
when we talk
flooded over
about rainy
there.
season, we know they reach Lekki. Lekki is not road. They're not road in Lekki. They have the bottom of the ocean. That's
Oh my
what you people call
gosh.
road is bottom of the ocean.
Under the
Well,
sea.
that's why they attract water. That's why they attract water like that. Nobody road be down. Nobody know. Now no get road for Lekki at all.
Yo, say
At all. At
island
all.
for a reason.
This island friend. Thank you.
Nigerians are mean.
No, it's just facts. It's facts. It's facts. Nobody road with
I,
that place.
have you been seeing this new trend?
What's
Something,
that?
something, something. And I say chakam.
Yes, now before you talk say
Before
one
you
two three.
talk, make you no change
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah. Check out there one two.
Chakam.
Thank you.
Make you no change mouth, because
At all, at all. All right, let's jump into X of the week quickly, quickly, quickly.
whoop, whoop.
And this is one that really annoys me. And if you're a job seeker, this one should annoy you also. This is from Benno Bex. And he
Mm,
tweeted, the Pope was chosen in 2 days. Your remote hire doesn't need 5 rounds of interviews. I said what I said. Thank you very
period.
much. What happened to the good old days when you get the job on that day, or you do minimum or maximum another interview and you get
Mm,
the job? These days, you will do interview with HR. You
mm.
will do interview with team lead. You will do with the country manager. You will do with the international HQ. Then I thought if you did not say, it's
After
unfortunate that
careful consideration.
African you could not choose you for this role, but it doesn't mean that this thing. If we have any other future openings, we'll let you know, which they never let you know about. Scam.
Honestly.
Five, 5 rounds of interviews. What
I've,
job is it? President of America. Which job are we looking for that are doing 5 rounds of interviews? Really?
after
Ah,
the after the rejection, they not tell you to follow them on their LinkedIn page.
I will report their LinkedIn page for say they are doing corruption. They are mad.
Yo. No, but it's wild. It's
Five.
actually wild. The stages. Some
So
people
not be
is
like,
more than
and you know the thing is that as you are going through the stage, they're like, okay, okay, bless, I know
you're
they pass.
hopeful.
I know they pass. You now need the
Do you
final one.
understand?
You now just see one email. Bing, ding, bing, ding. Like, ah. But any job that requires you to do cover letter, that's what they then do. That's what they always
Mm,
do. That's why
mm.
I hate jobs where you say, okay, you don't put CV there. Everything that is in CV, you already know what is
It's
in the
not
CV.
enough.
You're not saying no. Cover letter.
Um,
Dear HR, recently saw your blah 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 vacancy. I am applying because of SAPA. That is why I'm
um.
applying. Thank you very much. What else do you want again? What else?
I'm teachable, and I'm teachable, and I'm flexible, and I'm a
And I
team
work under
player,
pressure.
and
And
I
I work
can
under
work under
pressure.
pressure.
And like after one day, you know, I don't tire.
Do you
I
understand?
beg 5 days. Come on now. I think the government should look into this. 5 days. Abba. Abba.
The government should look into the cost of rent. I beg. That's what they need
Now,
to look
well,
into.
the Lagos
And real
government,
estate.
Lagos said they're about to introduce monthly slash quarterly
I
rent payment.
saw
I don't know how that will work.
for
I don't
people
know if it's
that
only
don't
for their
earn.
own properties or their own real
Mm,
estate investments. I don't know how they will not be telling you by Barabi to not be collecting per month. I
mm.
don't see how that works at all.
That one will be a new avenue for people. See, as long as there's regulation, I don't see that. I don't think that there's nothing that
To
cannot
be fair,
work.
there's regulation to a certain extent because if your landlord or landlady increases your rent over 10% or 20%, I can't remember the figure, you have a right to take them to court. The cases I've heard, people have won.
Hmm.
People
20,
win.
10% K.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if it is over, because I heard somebody recently over 50%
Of
from
course.
3.5 to 7 million. That is, bro, that is Boko
Hmm.
Haram. That is ISWAP.
My
That
dear.
that's Arcada right there.
Hmm.
Come on now. There's
A
no
friend.
situation in the country that it requires you to double your rent like that. No.
Hmm.
And I heard that a tenant took the person to court, and the person is not paying any rent right now because the court more sided with the
Of
tenant.
course.
Yeah. Because
If
some of
that
these landlords are smoking Igbo.
All of them at this rate because like it's skyrocketing. You cannot get a decent 2 bedroom apartment for anything less than 6 million naira right now.
No, now ritual killing we go do now.
Do you
What
understand?
else
Like
go do
how much
ritual
are
killing?
people earning that you be paying rent 6 million naira? Rent is not good. It like your salaries are not going up.
Yeah.
But the cost of living is rising. Like make it
Yeah.
make sense.
I still blame the government because if we had enough real estate schemes,
Is what I'm saying
there won't,
now.
there won't be this pressure. People can tell all these private landlords to go and fuck off.
Period.
Yeah, but because the last mass housing estates were done by Jakonde, which was in the 80s. Although Lagos State has done some pocket here, pocket there, but it's still not like mass
Mm-hmm.
estate schemes. So what do you expect? All these shallows will just pick you for the taking or anything. If they can enforce, monthly rent, it makes sense. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
what is not that monthly rent if you total it with 12 months? So
Exactly.
if it's 2 bedroom now, I'm paying 7 million. It doesn't still change shit because the monthly rent is still going to be high. You will divide it by
Exactly.
12. Yeah, I think there should be a cap. I don't know. I think
Regulation.
there should be a cap now. 2 bedroom, mainland, now so a B. Island, now so a B. In short,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in Lagos, we don't even care. 2 bedroom, you're not supposed to pass this amount. You do that, the government, the court will just decide otherwise. Simple. But
I would
now,
say
let's say in a cemetery, some people go to live now because I think that's the only place where the land is free. Even land is not free because to even buy a vault or even to even bury the dead, it's like you need that money. Uh-huh.
see. I think I was saying something to someone recently that I don't believe every we all need to live in Lagos. We really do. And I think we always agree on that.
The way
Like
my
we
job is
always
structured right now is I can actually disappear from Lagos for 2 months and my work will be
exactly.
going fine. My
But then
work will
why
be
are we not
going
doing
fine.
that?
My problem is so I can get like, oh, tomorrow, oh, Ayo, we need you for this meeting, or we need you to see this, to do this or something.
Mm-hmm.
There are some face-to-face meetings, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
even from the in the morning they'll call you and you have to be there like sharpish. Because of the way the transport is between states, it is still not, it is less than ideal. I know the train is there, but the train will take 3 hours.
Mm.
And bro, by the time you get down from that train, you're already tired, you're already jet lagged at the end of the day. It was a metro line. That would be wonderful. I don't want to take a road from Ibadan to Lagos because I want to go and do something. At the end,
There's train now. There's a metro line.
I no, there's train. There's no metro. That's not metro. It's
Oh,
just train.
he's walking up.
It's colonial train.
Please
That
don't
is what.
kill me.
If
He
I
says
run, if I
now
start that
true.
train, I will get to Ibadan before. If I run,
Say
light jog, light jog,
right,
light jogging.
right.
You know what? If you see what they call metro, bro. If you just stand near it, if you knock your skull off, yeah.
But
But because of that, but ideally, bro, I'm looking at Ibadan, I'm looking at the prices. I've seen 2 bedroom for 750, for 650. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
this is the
the,
shit. But
the
because
truth.
I don't like sounding like a broken record. Our politicians don't have sense. The governor of Oyo State should have done this already. That at least 2, 3 million people who are working will just say, fuck you, we're moving to Ibadan. And there'll be enough houses for them. But,
Mm-hmm.
our politicians, now beg with they beg. May they even do the basic. Talk about what is grand scheme at the end of the
To
day.
to be honest, right? If we also don't like push them to do it, probably we don't even get it
I
done,
also
right?
think that the government should confiscate all those empty houses on the island. Confiscate all of
Is
them.
is it only the island?
Now, there me at the sea. Now, there me at the sea. That's what I mean.
There, please don't. There are empty houses everywhere. I saw
Um,
there was also this reclaiming of this property in I think in Abuja.
no,
The
that
heaven
no,
abandoned.
yeah, no, come on, Ugochi, Abuja. Abuja is the home of ghosts. See, Abuja doesn't have empty homes. It has empty estates. If you go build estate, nobody go live inside them. Lagos one na just
See,
okay, high rise. Go see maybe 80% is empty. A few houses here and there. Abuja empty estates, the whole estate.
honestly,
Bro, come on,
a
that's
lot of that.
yeah. I think
I
the government should start seizing all these houses and start selling them for cheap.
So that's what they've done to
Yeah,
you know
our
that
boys.
EFCC's estate that estate that they seized from CBN governor rather.
That wicked man. I hope he perishes in jail.
750 something, 750 something duplexes in
But
Abuja
you know
they
in
were
Nigeria
seized.
now. But you know in Nigeria now, that is not going to reach whoever is going to reach. They go recycle them among themselves.
Oh, see, as long as I don't know how to explain. The truth is that how many of these people, how many, I'm tired. The
Don't be
thing I wanted
tired.
to say, I became so overwhelmed
See, it's
before
like when they
even
say they want
saying
to
it.
auction cars. Oh, they see cars from criminals or corrupt people. They now want to auction cars. You just say that car go reach. If I go auction that car, I don't go see. I don't even see. I don't go see license plates bring back
That
home.
one is based on intel,
Yes,
personal
I don't go.
relationships.
I remember. God forget. I remember one man. I think he committed a traffic offense, and I think he was like
Mm-hmm.
a he does like transport business with his car.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was almost they auctioned his car, and he saw how people were pricing his car for less than 10% of what he bought it. The guy wanted to
I
faint.
see.
He wanted to faint.
Crazy.
Please, anybody in the EFCC or police, just let me know when you have been C300.
You know
I,
that
I, I know if you take more than 400K. If you do past 100K, there's a problem. I'll
you
drop
know
100K for you. Thank you.
I need to you need to be interacting more then because all of these things is an only if you know you know
Yeah, 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 yeah.
P.
Even though they post the notice that about auction cars,
Maybe af maybe
it's
abruptly,
always man no man at the end of the day, as
you
usual.
know.
No gay, no homo, sorry. But it's man no
Is
man.
okay. But I
Yes.
precisely you need to know people. If you know once you know people, you see they say corruption is only for who no chop inside. Now the person they shout is corruption, is corrupt, but who chop inside?
I don't just want to go buy a car where Yahoo boy die inside. I go go and see in ghost. In ghost go go they chase me. Say, this is my car. This is my
Yo.
car.
But in essence, if you guys really know, because there are people who listen to Three for Essential, and I'm sure they work in these what's it called government parastatals. Please, if you know of anybody anywhere that they're auctioning or doing auctions for homes, you know, first of all, there are too many people sleeping on the roads in Lagos, which is one of the reasons why, first off, people need to just this Lagos needs to be decongested. And if price is going to be used as a factor to decongest, I won't be mad at it. However, as I already stated, probably need better logistics into Lagos because everybody can't live here. Like, it's crazy
Yes.
here. It's
Please,
really
if you know
crazy.
you're not a baddie, please leave Lagos. We cannot see Lagos already ugly enough where we
Yes,
see ugly
correct.
people roaming down the streets. Please, if you know not a baddie, please leave.
If you don't have
That
work,
area, that area behind Reading Camp, where Bush just did. Now, if you just do now settlements there, maybe not they inbreed your ugliness. But we need more baddies in Lagos. Thank you. And less
okay, you don't want to
civilians.
leave Lagos, really. All those
No,
ones where they talk initially na decoy.
it will shock you. Me, I'll go move into the hinterland of Ibadan. Now telegraph now him na go use they send me message. Telegraph. Or you know all those men that ride all those bicycles that don't have
Mm,
you don't have seats. It's iron.
mm,
You know so
mm.
that after riding bicycle for like 10 minutes, your testicles are hot.
Ex-
Now those kind of people go they send message. You go they send them letter to come for me to read at the end of the day.
I feel like with the more technology is advancing, we're craving more the
I don't
life
crave.
of
No,
disconnected.
I don't describe. No, please, I do not. Thank you. I'm not.
You
I'm
still
not deeper life. I want everything in real time. Thank you very
I
much.
stay one place now because they say children go watch NTA news. Now you say
That's
you don't want
children.
to.
That's children, not full blown
But children will
adults.
watch what you are doing now. Children
Eh?
do as I do. That's what they
Okay.
do.
Don't worry. You go tell me who they pay their school fees. You watch cat. You see,
You
you're
dey
watching
whine.
Voltron now.
So
Now.
now this leg you won't come use old
Hmm.
children. The old child
Okay.
will say they ask
It's even
question.
good, self. That's why I'm even going into the to thank you. We go to Abeokuta. Go and build house on top of one of those rock. Those rock. You will come see. You'll be
But
watching
you
Wale
will not
Soyinka
live
play.
there.
It's Wale Soyinka. You'll be watching Lion and the Joy. Don't worry. If it's that way you want to be doing,
But you will not live there
you
now.
will
So
watch.
where will you be living? You that you be having internet that your child is not having. Where will
Don't
you
worry.
be
I'll
living?
be a hermit too. All of us will watch. God say this Saturday we are watching the gods are not to be blamed. But allow
You know that you
Rotimi.
cannot stay without internet. That you cannot stay without your phone.
Okay, it goes
Like
okay.
this. You not stay without your phone. You know, at least 20 years to raise a child.
Don't
You
worry.
not stay with your phone. You go and
Don't
live in the
worry.
hinterland on a hill.
In
See, let's
Coma
be
Hills. Do you know where
practical.
Coma Hills? Coma Hills was a place where an NYC person discovered, I think in the late 80s or early 90s, and those people there were fully naked. They did not know what
Mm-hmm.
was happening in Nigeria. Now Coma Hill they go. Coma Hills.
Right. This is the
Anyway.
person that is looking for bodies in Lagos. This is the same person that is looking for more bodies in
There's
Lagos. You're
bodies in
looking
the
for Coma
there are
Hill.
bodies in the forest and they don't need money for here. So don't worry.
Right. Everybody see cost of living don't really cost
They
because
are all
even the
natural.
greenery.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All
It never cost for
natural.
it never cost for Jigawa. Jigawa is still popping as a deal. If
Shey
you're any
you
if you're only 250 Jigawa, bro, you're mining the king, the traditional ruler's daughter.
I how
On
do
on
you
st-
know that?
straight up, they'll give you 230 title.
Right.
Saraki Jigawa. What do
You
you
know that
mean?
the north is expensive too. You know
Okay.
there are states in the north that even pay more money in terms of
But Jigawa is very expensive. That's what we are saying.
I don't know. I don't know if Jigara is expensive. You know what? We're going to do our findings and we're going to talk about it.
Okay. Don't worry.
Yes, we have to go and do our findings. What does Jigara look like in 2025? What does
Okay.
Damaturu look like in 2025?
All right. It's black and white. Those
Yes,
photos will come out in black and white. Anywho, I want to introduce a new segment. And this is a surprise. I want to introduce a new segment to this podcast. Uh,
catfished,
what do you say?
hoodwinked. You have hoodwinked me. I'm
It's
listening. I'm
called
listening.
it's called
Excited.
Believe It or Not. Believe it or
Mm.
not.
I'm,
Now, this is where I take some of the unbelievable stories that are pop up in Nigerian media. I
mm-hmm.
read it out aloud. These stories are stories that you will not believe happened in Nigeria, but
But they
I'll read
actually
it for you,
happened.
and they actually happened. I'm reading two today.
Okay.
I won't tell you the headline,
Okay.
right? I'll just read the
Okay.
first paragraph.
Am I supposed to guess the headline?
No, no, no. I just want your
Okay.
reaction when you listen to this
Okay. Okay.
story.
Okay.
Two co-wives, two co-wives residing in Dakwa community, Buari
Mm-hmm.
Area Council of the
Mm-hmm.
Federal Capital Territory, were
Mm-hmm.
hospitalized. These two wives were hospitalized after consuming a locally prepared herbal mixture, commonly known as kayamata, in a desperate attempt
Mm-hmm.
to enhance their husband's sexual interest following his marriage to a third wife.
Mm.
The herbal concoction, believed by many to boost female appeal and stimulate male libido, is traditionally used in some Nigerian communities. According to Daily Trust, the two women whose names have been withheld ingested the herbal substance just 3 days after their husband, Musa Mohammed, married a third wife from Gusau, the capital of Zamfara State. Mohammed confirmed the incident, noting that the herbal mixture had seriously harmed his wife's health and forced him to seek emergency medical help. Mohammed said he received a call from his main residence informing him that his two wives are falling ill shortly
Mm.
after he had spent the night at the home of his newly married third wife.
Oh my God.
I was called from my main house that my two wives were not feeling fine because I passed the night at a different house where my new bride is residing, Mohammed said. I rushed back and I found them rolling on the ground in pain, complaining of stomach issues. After a local nurse's treatment failed to alleviate their symptoms, Mohammed took the women to a private clinic in Madala, Niger State, where they were diagnosed with internal organ damage allegedly caused by the herbal mixture. They underwent
Mm.
surgery and were discharged on Monday after nearly a week of treatment. The herbal mixture, which the women regularly source from a female herbalist, is typically supplied in liquid form to be mixed with milk.
Mm.
The herbalist, however, reportedly gave them a powdered variant, which may have contributed to the adverse reaction.
Mm.
Efforts are now underway to trace the herbalist for questioning. Mariam Mohammed, a nurse at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital in Kano, has raised concerns about the harmful effects of Kayamata in an interview with Daily Post on Thursday. It is dangerous because it also increases the risk of developing various types of cancer, she warned. Uh, she advised women to consider safer alternatives. It is better to go for natural fruits and foods that offer similar benefits. They are much safer and healthier in the long run. The nurse, however, did not state the alternatives. Thank you very much. Live from NTA Abuja. Believe it or not.
So these two women fell ill because of their intake of But
Kayamata.
this is Kayamata. They're saying because we're hearing that Kayamata is not a it's just herbs, right? So
Yes, that's what they're saying.
they took it wrong.
They took it wrong. They took the powdered variation and it messed them
Mm,
up because they wanted to to pounce on their husband. They wanted to attack the
yes.
man viciously because he married a new bride. They still want to show and
Even
say old firewood, now in the bone where.
now they catch
Mm-hmm.
chai. Women
Yeah.
consistently doing things to
It's not the man's fault. It's the
no,
woman's
I don't
fault.
say that is the
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
not blaming, I'm not partitioning blames. However, just saying like all of this for person will be saying already they outside. Hmm?
Person you don't
Now wow.
he did locks with his third wife. He did locks.
Honestly, but I cannot speak. I don't like to talk about things that I am not experienced personally. However, I never married, so I never really
Yes, you don't know how
know.
they do you.
I know as they do them, but mm, God help them, give them, grant us wisdom, oh Lord, in
All right.
situations when we need your guidance, guide us and lead us aright with wisdom and the necessary graces. That's what we pray
Amen.
for. Amen.
Amen. All right. Moving from NTA Abuja to NTA Anambra.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. I'm not reading the headline. I'm just going straight into the nitty gritty of the story.
Mm-hmm.
An 18-year-old young man in Anambra State has been accused of impregnating at least 10 girls, prompting an appeal for help from the State Commissioner for Women's Affairs and Social Welfare, Ifi
Mm.
Obinabo. In a social media video shared by the commissioner, she revealed that the case was brought to her attention on Tuesday. Two of the girls who became pregnant are the daughter and sales girl of the boy's former boss, while
Mm.
the remaining 8 were impregnated after he returned to his village 2 months following his dismissal from the apprenticeship. Well, Obinabo explained that the teenager was initially sent to learn a trade, but within 3 months, he impregnated both his boss's daughter and the sales girl. After being sent away by his employer, he reportedly fathered 8 more children in his
I
village in
love
just
it.
2 months. In a live video seeking advice from the public, the commissioner shared her distress, saying, I want advice from the public because this situation is beyond my capacity. The boy was sent to learn a trade at 18, and 3 months into his apprenticeship, he impregnated his boss's daughter and sales girl, leading to his dismissal. 2 months after that, he impregnated 8 others in his village. Obinabo
Wow.
continued. The mother of the boy reported the issue to my office, expressing that every time she sees a girl approaching her house, her heart skips a beat and she's seeking help. She also revealed that she had questioned the young man about his actions, to which he reportedly responded saying he told the girls he loved them and promised to marry them once he acquired wealth.
I love
The
it.
commissioner, however, did not disclose the boy's village or the mother's identity, explaining that the case had become too overwhelming for her to handle alone. This
Okay.
problem is beyond me, given the boy's age and the number of pregnant girls involved. That's why I'm asking for help to solve it. Thank you very much from NTA Anambra. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, it's giving me canon. Eh? What's going
Um,
on? Start
they
them
told
young.
they told you to go and learn work. Okay. They said you'd go city, go learn work. You give sales girl belle. You give the Hoga the daughter belle. You came back to the village, straight 8. You didn't even waste time.
No,
Grrrah. Oh,
a
but that guy is
fertile
potent.
man.
That guy is
Do you
potent.
understand?
He's the
For
Two-Face of
real.
our time. Two-Face Idivia Jr.
It needs to start
What?
early.
10 children already, or 10
No.
pregnancies already. We don't know who's keeping what. We don't know who's going to keep it.
The
Bro,
boy is so funny. He's
that
actually
means
funny.
for you to impregnate 10 women, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means you must have slept with them at least 4 times each. That's
It's
the
not,
math in
no,
my head.
it's
Or
not,
is
you
it one
don't,
time?
sometimes it's one time is enough.
Oh, but that guy needs to start a ministry. If you are barren,
What?
come to me, and you go just dey load them for. You go just dey load them for. You just dey load down for them. Do you know the physical dedication it takes for you to impregnate 10 women? While you are supposedly learning the trade.
But people
Or
are
even
knocking all the time now.
no Ugochi, 10 women. That means
Yes.
immediately you wake up like this, na mark. You will
Me,
do like 2 in the morning. You will do
more
like
like
two in
he
the
has too
morning.
many sex partners. How about that?
Wow. I don't look that
Yes.
way because maybe they use jazz for them. I don't understand. And it's
See,
sex on credit that he's doing. No. It's not say money for
take
hand,
some
buy for
credit.
credit. He buy him on credit. Say when I blow, I will not forget you.
In the future, don't worry.
Oh.
In the future, I'll come back for you, baby.
No, that's what I mean. This story, I don't. This is real, believe it or not. Like,
Listen.
what's up? What's up, Bitono? 10. No, that guy's a
See,
stud.
no, for real.
That guy's
Th-
a
This
stud.
this is the downside of a lack of education. Maybe I don't know what else to attribute this to, but all the people, even the ladies that were agreeing for future money, not money that they are seeing today, future wealth, and now there are 10 children in the economy that have a father that provide for
Well, we
them
don't know.
yet.
We don't know. We don't know who's keeping it or not.
Well, they say 10 children now. It doesn't mean that at least 10 women are pregnant for him. Maybe he had more sex than 10 people, but inside that means for him to even have 10 women that agree that have come out to say they are pregnant, he probably has sex with way more women.
And this is what some people are begging for: a text back. Just text me back. And somebody impregnated 10 women.
See,
10.
LOML. People are
Even his
asking for
mother says she's tired
LOML.
of seeing women coming
It,
approaching her
the
house because
It's
she
her
knows
own
in
that
her
is so
belly.
funny. Like, why
Hmm.
you say sure you know go chase the girl. Say, come on, go, don't you have a family or something?
Maybe
Go
she has
back.
chased. Maybe she don't chase like the first three.
She don't
But now
tire.
she's shocked at her son's prowess
Listen,
as a sharpshooter. My
just
lord.
like, what are these girls coming here to do at this
Nah.
rate?
That boy needs a chieftaincy title. He needs one.
For
He needs
what?
one.
For
For
doing
being
what?
for being prolific. What is it?
Jesus. Also, wait. Okay, so a man impregnating 10 women is prolific, but
No,
then
I'm
the
not joking.
women
No, I'm just
are
being sarcastic here.
okay.
Because that's a burden. That guy is a burden for life. Now
We
he
have
has to make
money
it.
now.
Now he really has to make it.
No, he has to make it. Nobody will no fit to
That
make
guy
am.
needs. That guy should just get a vasectomy one time. There's no point again.
I
There's
don't know
really no
why
point
African men are afraid of getting vasectomy though.
because it does the potency of the
You see one is
vavavoom.
and they do again after 10 children.
No, this one he needs it. This one it's not as if he's going there. The Igwe, the Lolo, the Ezemo has to take him to the evil forest to do a traditional vasectomy. This is not even. They know they go loot for this one. They know they go Anambra teaching hospital. No, 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 no. The evil forest. The evil forest. They need to carry him there
They need to throw him there.
because I'm sure that his reproductive skills is even hindering the growth and progress of that village. Because if you have 8 women pregnant for you, that's 8 people that cannot walk already
I'm telling you, for the next
for at
nine
least a year.
months.
At least a year. Ah,
See, or three
no,
years.
they need to call the AZ of that village. They need to call and his chief. They need to call emergency meeting. Something has to be done. Something has
Oh
to be
my,
done. Either the
eighth
boy is
grade meeting.
banished or he receives a vasectomy, a
For
spiritual
real.
vasectomy. Because no, 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 no. He cannot continue. He cannot continue this way. Ah, I'm sure if they do DNA test in that village, I'm sure you are even impregnated more. Than the
Like,
one where they just know now.
that's what I'm saying. Like for 10, for them to even have certified that 10,
That
he must have
means
been on a roll. As
he's on the roll. He
for
has a,
real.
oh, boy. The
A
paper
rolling
trail.
stone.
He mad.
Good. I don't know. And would we say he's a nympho now or something at
He's a
this rate?
nympho.
He's
No, he's a
actually
sex
a
addict.
nympho. No,
I
for
think
real.
nympho is women, then sex addict is for men. Which one?
I don't even know. I just know that if you like sex, you're a nympho.
Okay. Because
Whether male or female, I don't
so
know.
when this guy dies now and they put his burial in newspaper, he survived by that's another page. Oh.
A whole other, that's a team.
Yes, they have to
That's
do
a,
double spread for him
yeah.
because at this rate which is going, by the time you reach 30, you don't get like 50 children.
Or more. I just, multiply it. It's probably going to be more than that because if at this 18 now, he's doing like
Wonders.
100 women. Let's say 100
First of
women.
all, how
By
many
that
women
time,
even did that? How many medics did that village where you knock it? Don't they have a community group chat? I'm talking about, oh, this person is toasting me, this person is toasting me. They
is
just open
is
leg, 8.
It's the age of mind your business now. These are the issues that come. They say
And
evil thrives in
where does he do
secrecy.
all this loloxing? Is it his mother's house again? You'll be knocking.
Man, it could
These
be
are the
anywhere.
issues.
Oh.
These are the it can't be the no, they can't no, it's not possible.
What
I
do you
just thought of
mean?
something.
In
It
the
cannot be
farm.
inside the it can't be in the farm.
It's in the farm. Oh. Why would it not be in the
Hey,
farm?
mm, desecrated some cash crops and
Some
food crops.
soil.
That's loamy soil right there. The soil don't turn loamy.
Listen,
It don't
fertile
loamy
AF,
finish. That guy has no concept.
fertilizer.
That guy no has he has no concept of pull out. Pull out is
Listen.
strange to him. He has never heard it before in his life.
See, his pre-com is probably so potent. Maybe there's also that.
So that guy needs a family planning. I must say lecture. He needs 4 years of family planning. Because he's on that course now BSc. He's about to go for
To
BSc.
graduate.
He has to graduate. No. Ah.
That
No, no,
is
no,
so
no.
wild.
That
Happy
guy's sexual
International
discipline.
Day of the Boy's Child.
That's not a man. Because this one has there's no sexual discipline in this guy's life. It just a row.
Yo.
And for again, with these high numbers, you go not say they knock fine babes. Now any babe wins now. They
There's
even get spec. This guy
no
no go get
spec,
spec.
oh, no
He will not
spec.
have
There's no
spec.
spec.
Oh God. This
As
a
they
pig.
do
This one a real pig. He has a born and they go.
You know what? He's probably thinking, there's nothing for him to do. People say he should use we should use a what's it call him? They should use touchlight phone. And if you check, his probably touchlight phone is really using, but they stay connected. This is
Ah,
the real connection.
oh man, wow.
The real
Ah,
connection is happening. But that's so wild though. A
ah.
lot of things are happening in other states that we know. See, I tell you that the challenge of Lagos is not the challenge of Nigeria.
No, that's what I said. I just believe it or
Nope.
not. We need to go out and find each because I see some stories. I'm like, this story is what is this? The poor commissioner had to cry out. Now, where do I begin?
No.
Damn.
Says beyond this one is above my office.
No, 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 no. What that guy needs to do, first of all, he needs to go to a sperm clinic and just start donating. That's all.
I'm telling you.
Because that's the only thing. And he'll be collecting money for it. I
That
don't know
shit
how
is a
much
lot of money. Oh.
I don't know how much 1 gallon of sperm is. I don't know the rates. I don't know the black market, what it's going for. But that guy needs
Black
to
market.
that guy needs to shed. He needs to share some things
That's just
to the
some
women that
loads.
need it. To the women that need it. Because bro,
Mm.
this is a problem. This is a problem.
That's why Africa's population is always is exploding
No, no, no.
because
This guy has to be neutered. He's not even vasectomy anymore. When you neuter a dog, like
mm, for real.
this guy should not have any. He doesn't need any erection in life again. I think
He doesn't
he has reached his quota of erections.
for real.
Yeah,
And they need to send him to a monk, like to send him off to become a monk or something at this rate because like
I'm
you've
afraid
done
what he will do.
enough
I'm afraid what he will do,
to the monks.
bro. At this point, he might just be like, "Fuck it, a hole is a hole." At this point now,
Facts. So,
then
have you been following Didi's trial?
no, I'm not because I stay away from jarring content like that. So I don't. I'm not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, even R. Kelly. I don't. Till today, I don't know what R. Kelly is in for technically.
Same.
I just know that he locked up a bunch of minors and women. He peed on a minor once, and that's all. But the
No,
graphic details,
and
I
so
stay away
much
from it.
more.
Yeah, and so much more. But
And
the
so
graphic
much more.
details, I try to stay away from it. Yes, I beg. The
Unfortunately,
the world is too hard already for me to be now be. And I curate my timeline. If I see I duck straight up, I duck. I don't be
same.
no 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 no. Once I see gray hair, I don't move. I just see that gray hair. Swipe, swipe.
The truth is
I'm
that
done.
the gist has been coming to meet me, and I would just say like it's so sad. What
What they
money
say,
and
man.
power can do,
You know
you
what they say,
know.
man. The best of men are the very best.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all. And that's
So
why sexual
crazy.
discipline matters a lot. I know people, but bro, if you can take down Solomon and King David, these were people that were they see God, they visit them. They
You
were seeing God.
understand?
Not be you way maybe once in 2 years they go reading camp. These people were seeing God 3D live on
Having
IMAX.
conversations.
Yes, and you now think you cannot fall. You will fall. You will fall as a man. You think see the devil will just carve one yash. That is that one. That when you say
See,
like
it
this,
wasn't only females though.
I know he was a very expressive. He's a very expressive man. Shout out to him. Shout out to
Mm,
him.
yes, shout out to him. Shout out to.
Yeah.
It's sad, Sha, because I grew up watching DD. I mean,
Bro,
like,
Diddy is hip hop now. All of us that
do you
listen
get
to hip
what I
hop,
mean?
it was through Diddy that everything came through. But it
Same.
just shows you that I don't know, they just like people for what they do and they just like them for their entirety or their whole being. Because you never know what people are doing.
Careful.
Yeah, you
Just be
never
so
know.
careful.
You have
Like,
to be so careful. All the celebrity culture say, oh, this person is my friend. You never
my
know at the
idol.
end. My idol. No, there's no idol.
Hmm.
No,
I
I no
beg
do.
you.
I
Not
beg, I
only
beg.
you, not only you. My sister says something that you can't envy my success if you're not ready for my crosses. So
Yeah.
when you see people and you say, "Oh, oh God, when will I get this?" If they give you waiting that person go through before you reach that place, can you able
Or
it?
what the person does to maintain it. They tell
Do you
you, you have to be
understand?
sleeping. You have to be sleeping inside coffin every day or every
And see,
every
it might not even
fortnight.
guess what? It might not even be that extreme, like in terms of going to sleep with the dead or doing ritual money or anything. Just a level of dedication. So let us say
Oh,
that
dedication is there. That one is there,
you
definitely.
to whatever like for whatever reason, the reward for for success to happen, there has to be a consistency with something. Let us
Yes.
say
It's not
two,
even
three,
a
four.
consistent. It has to be like an insane level of dedication to that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people do not have that level of dedication, and but they want the sweeter parts of what a person has. Like when
No,
you
it
see
can't
some,
work. It can't work. The
it
world
can't
doesn't work like that.
happen.
It
It
can't
can't
work. Especially with
happen.
like sportsmen. For you to be at that
Mm-hmm.
level. Ronaldo is a big like Ronaldo wakes up 4 a.m.
Do you get what
to
I
go and
mean?
jog. Bro.
Checks what
Where
he
some people still they
eats.
enter second phase of their sleep, say, oh more
Hmm.
now this time sleep they sweet. Person
You
say,
don't
oh,
wake
I
up,
want to go
don't go
and jog.
peace.
Yeah,
To go into get to
inside
go
gear
into
too.
new dreamland.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
There's
crazy.
a lot of things, but be careful, be careful.
Yes.
So sad
Believe
to
it or not,
see.
ladies and gentlemen, that is the
Oh
news
no,
from
that was
Nigeria.
nice. Let me clap for you,
Yeah.
Ayo.
Thank you,
That
thank
was
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you,
well
thank you.
done. Well done.
Yes. So next week again, we'll bring you another dose of believe it or not, some of the craziest stories you read about in coming straight from Nigeria 234 itself. Now let's get into talking points. We don't do we have talking points or do we
We
just
don't really have a but no,
yeah
but if you want such me, I don't know what's been happening. I come on 234 sometimes to
okay.
also know what's been happening in Nigeria in some places.
What has been happening in Nigeria is that Jamb has admitted that there was a technical glitch
First of
in
all, you need to apologize to all the children, all the young people in this generation because you see they are doing Yahoo Yahoo. That's why they feel the exam. When you
yes, I agree. It's part of it too now.
no
It's part of it. I
apologize
know they apologize
sometime.
to
Why?
okay, sorry. Apologies to everybody, you know. Apologies to everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Anywho, so Jam came out and acknowledged that in a very funny statement that started with uh,
Oops.
man disposes and God is whatever. That very tacky saying that I just like saying that there was a glitch. They updated their software, but that patch of software was not updated in the Lagos center and the centers in the southeast and affected maybe over 300K candidates.
Mm,
And the registrar of Jam was crying like a child.
right.
And they now said they were going to reseat. Funny enough, incidentally, the day of receipting for Jam was the day there was agri practical in WAEC.
Exactly.
So if you're doing Jam and you're also doing WAEC, you have to choose. But if I was in that situation, I'm like, fuck Jam practical. I know they can't beans. I'm sorry. But anywho, it has been done.
Why
And there has been what do you say, why?
you said jam practical? I said why practical. Like I
Oh,
was
sorry,
saying
why
why.
practical? Sorry. There have been calls for the Jam registrar to be sacked by Nigerians who actually think. But unfortunately, in Nigeria were caused by a majority of morons. Um,
Mm,
so certain schools, institutions that should know better. I'm not surprised that LASU and Unilorin are the two universities that came out to write statements saying the JAM registrar did not do anything wrong, it's not his fault, and he should not be fired. It
shout
is
out to you, Laurie.
if you know Unilorin is the first university in Nigeria that had the term short put. If you know what short put is, I ain't saying much. Now, for diaspora people who were maybe you were raised there or you've not encounter that word, I'll tell you what short put is. Short put is when you defecate in a black nylon. You tie the nylon and you throw it into the next compound or somewhere far away
In the
from
bush.
from the scene of the crime, usually in the bush. So if you go and do your number 2 in the bush, you swell, you twirl it, you twirl the black line, you go roll on where I say you want to javelin. Then you fling it. So Learning was the first place I heard it. There was this show called Campus. I'm trying to remember the name. What's the name of IK also?
Osaki
Yes,
was
yes. So he was like an intern on that show. Um, just hold up. I
intern.
need to get the name. Was blah 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 blah. Campus Circuit that was used to show on AIT.
Oh, that's what
So
you're
this
talking
guy,
about.
not IK, so the owner of the show, he will
Mm,
go to different campuses all over Nigeria to just get a feel and taste of the
I
social
remember
life,
campus second.
the
Yeah.
academic life, and also
Mm-hmm.
because cultism was also a big issue there. There's a big
Mm-hmm.
cultist, like there was an incident, you go there and just give us like an update. So
Mm-hmm.
went to uni learning. And student, and this one, he will really go and ask the undergraduates. And graduates will come out and talk about what they were going through in the hostels, which was always bad.
Mm-hmm.
So when this guy got to learning, the guy said he met some undergraduates there, and I said, oh, that their toilets in their in their hostel have not been working for years. So
Imagine.
this undergraduates took him to the vicinity of the crime. And it was one bush. I said, this is what they go. That what we do here is what we call short put. So
Facts.
we do it here and we swing it and incidentally, as everybody knows at Greek, you don't need practical to know this. Human physics is a very, very strong fertilizer. So that area
Mm.
was very, very, it was very green.
Fertile.
It was very fertile, right? Bro, if woman sleep for that place, you will get belly. That's how fertile human
Okay.
physics is. Anyway, I'm not surprised that Unilorin and Lasso, the Alaba version of Unilag, release statement saying that, the man is a good man, blah, 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 blah. And other Nigerians also have been tweeting that there's nothing wrong in what he did and all that. So it seems that this man will keep his job at the end of the day. Although I read today that in the House of Reps, the Southeast Caucus have called for the guy's resignation. After how many days? They finally woken up. They want the guy to resign due to the embarrassment and controversy and scandal that Jamb found himself in, has seen himself in. So yeah, that's the update of Jamb. The results will be coming out tomorrow when you listen to this podcast anyway. And hopefully, I think this is good because now, if your first result was bad, I think this one, Jamb will want to just help you. So we're going to see a lot of 300 and 289 at the end of the day. So yeah, that was an update on Jamb. Me, I probably got 183 my own Jamb that year. And subsequently, I did diploma Unilag and I entered through the back door.
Please don't
Uh-huh.
kill me. How is that the back door, please?
Yeah, Unilag is back door. So when you do diploma, you go to 200 level straight.
So with this
Technically, doing diploma in Unilag is buying your way into Unilag because the money back then was 250. Now the money should be like 700 or 800. Crazy. Or like
or more.
250. And for you to fail diploma, people used to fail diploma, but they don't. But what you do is just re-register. You don't do the exam again, you just re-register. Yeah. So I paid 250. I passed all the exams there. It's like normal first semester and second semester.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you have the only difference is that you have specialized classes for you. You do not take classes with the Jambites. So you have specialized classes for yourself. But once you pass that, you automatically get absorbed into the full university system. You get your own matric number,
Of
and you now
course.
just enter 200 straight. You
200
absorb into the
level.
system. So just
Mm-hmm.
enter Unilag because I already saw that this jump of a thing where you have to go and queue in front of that stupid tree in that Ikoyi office and fill that form that's like 10 different pages was not it for me. Yes.
So the year that I wrote Jambo, this something similar happened. This was 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something similar happened. My first jam score when it came out was 190. But they said, oh, there was an error, there was a glitch, da da da. They were going to do remarking, and by remarking, it came to 224. That was the result I used to get into university. So 224. When I heard that there was a glitch with this one, I'm just like, why didn't they just remark it? Like, since it was computer-based test, why didn't they just remark it and then
So
upgrade
they
those
can't remark it
systems?
because what happened according to some uh, accounts by some of the
Mm,
people who took it, I don't think the answers registered properly because you click on an answer and for that page to load to another page, it should all be rolling,
mm,
right? Then it will go to another
mm-hmm,
page later, like minutes later. So I
mm,
don't think that all the answers were captured. It's not as if the answers were captured and they didn't mark it properly.
mm.
Some answers didn't even make it at all.
Okay.
So
Mm.
they are not to do everything all over again. Yeah.
So
At
I
six
saw
o'clock.
that is so crazy. I saw today that even some people that went to go, so they said people should rewrite the exams.
Yeah.
Some people went to go and rewrite the exam, and some centers were not approved, so they had to go home. So like,
Yes.
why are you wasting these
There's a
people's
place,
times?
I can't remember. There's a place, there
So
was a
don't
center
say
in
times.
Nigeria
Mm.
where the exam started at 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
Imagine these
Yes.
are kids; they're already traumatized,
I will just go
pretty
do for
much.
organizer work. I will just go meet one for organizer work. When I go start work,
See, it go
I
be
have a bar at home.
profitable.
I have a bar, I have fufu at home. So just show me the way. That's
It,
all.
I personally believe that not everybody has to go to school.
Here, but
Education
the problem in Nigeria is that those other options self that you need, you get K-leg because it has not been well
structured.
structured for people to do
Yes.
that. Now, some people should
Yes.
actually go to polytechnic ideally. People technical school. Some people
And
just
that's
get a
why they were
degree online.
created.
Yeah, just get a degree online. But no,
Exactly. See now they will do all of this. So children who just finished secondary school will go this have this whole jam back and forth, still go through the UTME process to get into the university, and then get into the university and then do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the
yes,
university,
you
finish the
buy
university,
you
come
buy
out.
handouts. You buy
Do you understand?
handouts.
That's if there is no strike or you do the
And
proper
no, you've already
years.
added this now. You've already had 5, 6, 7 years
No,
now.
now
That
if they do law, you they do
oh
architecture, you they do medicine
anybody where they do
or
law and medicine
pharmacy.
now. All those kind of ones. Be like say you like long suffering. You're
Hmm.
one of those Old Testament people.
But we need doctors now. I mean, we no go get
We
doctor.
don't have doctors. That's the problem. We
We
need
have, they're
doctors.
just exporting.
We dey here.
By the way, I saw that is it Abia State? I
Yeah.
can't remember. I don't know. It's not Abia State. I need to confirm that. Anyway, the governor of one of these eastern states has increased the salaries of doctors from 150 to 500K.
But will he pay? That how long will it last? Will the next governor do that? That's the thing.
See, but do you know, I was thinking about something this week. How is it that we have been able to consistently do NYSC since the 70s, I mean the 80s that it was created? See, today we are still doing NYSC, but there's some laws that we cannot instill that over time we must continue to do them, like continuity culture, even if for roads or electricities, we cannot get it. But this NYSC consistently,
Do you know
year
why?
after year, is working.
Do you know why NYC works?
Tell me.
Because NYC is a corrupt institution that needs to work because there are people benefiting from that. They'll tell you that
Obviously.
yes, the food you are meant to eat in camp is a certain amount of money,
Ah, that food,
but
eh.
the food that comes out is they not spend 10% on that of that fee on that food. Even the uniforms you wear is a black hole for corruption. So it has to work. It has to work.
So my point is, okay, yes, it has a bottom belly. However, it has they've put it into law, they passed it into law, and we know that you must do NYSC once you're done with university. So why can't we do the same thing for okay, all the holes, all the other electricity? Let's start from that one. Make sure that okay, oh, I'm starting this good thing and I want it to continue. I pass it into law. Everybody who comes, even with their holes and all the many holes that they're finding to eat money and siphon money, because either way they're going to steal the money anyway.
Did you
Should
hear what
be
your minister of power said? You said it last week that for Nigeria to have steady electricity, you need to pump in uh $10 billion into the power sector for the next 20 years. So
and
that
it
means
will
ten
not still
billion
solve it.
dollars, $10 billion every year. So that's $200 billion in total.
See,
I can bet you that even if there's money for that, 500K no go enter that 500K no go enter the power industry.
it will not. Do you understand? They will still steal the money. It's not. But every NYSC now, so much vigor. We're doing it every year, every year, every year. But there's so many things that are going through the cracks. Education,
I
health,
beg, sorry, I beg. It's just this
electricity.
occurred to me. That boy in Anambra should not be allowed to go and do NYC. Please.
It is ridiculous.
I beg you in the name of God. I beg.
Oh my God, how did we eat? Do you not?
Because
That
it's a
boy is
matter
a
of national
special
concern
kid.
now. It's a matter of national concern now.
You know that the population, the amount of people that are relocating is a lot. So we need to fill
That
the
guy should not be
country
allowed
back
to
for
relocate.
more
He should not be allowed to
relocation.
Japa. That guy should not be allowed to Japa. Stay in Nigeria.
No,
Because if
when he
that guy
pays,
catch, if he catch white women, now twins they go they born. Twins, twins.
see, when he pays his bills every month, when he sees the amount of
It's true.
child support
Any
bill that he
better
has to,
support, he go no
he
alpha.
go get sense.
He just say,
He be
doctor, please
wise.
cut it off. I'm a
Do
eunuch. I need to be a eunuch now.
you understand? What's the name of that guy that they chopped off his dick in Game of Thrones and gave it to him to eat?
Oh, that shit was wild.
Listen,
Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy.
Uh,
He that is something something. How's
may
it? What
never
was that?
live or die tomorrow. I said, don't worry.
Uh-huh.
You don't die. You never know yet.
The chop palm come what?
If you are
That's
dead,
what
you don't
that
know.
was this to happen. Because that guy is really he's willy-nilly is willy-nilly. He's using it
But
everywhere.
back to Jam. Let's see what they will bring us with this new one. And we hope that the Jam registrar doesn't cry again in front of the whole world.
Mm. Is it about crying? Every time that you find a government official in a precarious situation, they bring up something. Is it that they're
No,
fainting, one funny
they
fainting?
not cry or they faint. Or when they appear in court, their neck is
See,
one way, their leg is somewhere else. They're on a stretcher saying they're about to die.
it's crazy. It's too much. It's I don't know. We're jokers. We're
Big
clowns
jokers.
and it just works for us, I guess. And the joke we're playing joker card consistently. And until we become serious. Until we become serious, and this is not the leaders, even we as citizens, or we need to until we become serious, we'll continue to have this kind of leaders. That's just the
Yeah,
truth. Yeah, we're just going to keep having this recycled. We think that we've hit
nonsense.
rock, but do you get the debris, the way they think, the rots has eaten too deep at this point. And I don't know how we're going to do it, but Nigeria does need a reformation. Like this one that is looking like we have two presidents in this country. Peter Obi will go to this part, Tinubu will go to another part. I don't know. Is it co-presidenting, or
Ah,
I'm not really understanding what's going on.
about they warm up for 2027 now. He's warming up. I think he's big. He's the first thing he has to consider right now. I'm talking
Mm,
about Peter Obi. Is the
mm,
party he's running on. Which party is running? Because Labour Party don't die already. So I think it's considering which party to run on. I heard that today, was it today or yesterday? The article offered him
mm,
vice president, and article said he will only do one term. After one term, he will not be
right.
president again. I just want anybody to know when Nigerian politicians tell you they're only doing one term, that is the same thing when a Nigerian man tells you, baby, only the tip, only the tip,
Only the
only the
people.
tip. See, you know they agree. That's why you know it.
See.
Bele don't enter. And you cannot now be
Mm,
telling your mother at home or your pastor. They say, how did you get pregnant? Yeah, no, he only told me the tip. Because slap
it's
you
still
enter.
just the tip.
It's just the tip. So when the Nigerian politician tells you only one term, I lie. They go do the two where? The where well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what Tabi is trying to figure out right now. Which party will be the best platform for you to run on in 2027?
Um,
No. PDP is
Nige-
already out of it because Wike is there. That's a checkmate. Labour Party has been divided. SDP, it looks like Atiku is going to decamp to SDP. That's what it looks like.
mm,
Nobody knows yet.
don't
That's why
know.
Erufai don't run go there sharp sharp. They say go clear road for Baba. That's all I heard. So I don't know. Maybe not Abga. Baba, maybe Peter B go back to Abga. We don't know. But
No,
yet,
no, I don't Nigeria is in need of reformative leadership. That's one thing for sure. And leadership that is not so high-handed, leadership that gets to gets to the grassroots as well, because the rot has actually eaten so deep in this country. We think that even the government officials are the only problem or the zenith of the problem. Yes, 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 they are problematic. However, at the bottom too, oh, the power that some civil servants have is more than the president sitting on his seats. You know, I I we our politics needs to be reformed. Our policies, politics, and economy needs to be reformed, and one sector at a time, or probably a wildfire approach, whichever. But there's just too many layers to the amount of according to Osage, dysfunction that's happening in Nigeria. There are layers and layers and layers of it. But hopefully we get the sort of leadership that we deserve, that the better leadership that we deserve for the life that we say that we want. Because we say one thing, but we're doing the other thing. So let us I really just pray and I hope. I already said it that Nigerians are not angry enough. We're not angry enough, first of all, with ourselves, because if we're angry enough, then we'll ask the questions that would lead to the change that we're asking and looking for, and do the work that is needed to also get it done, right? So there's also that, but fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Eh?
fingers crossed. Let's see what will happen at the end of the day. Yeah,
Yep,
but
yep,
we're
yep,
here
yep,
in
yep.
Nigeria, sha. Okay. What else is there to talk about? I don't know. Is there anything on
Cha
your
cha
mind?
cha, no working. We're
Oh, I
gonna talk
think
about AMVCA. Let's talk about AMVCA. Did you watch?
I did not watch. I was just following the list of winners. I
Oh,
did not
okay.
watch. But the thing about AMVC is that it is very, very hard for you not to be caught up in the red carpet shenanigans, because it
Mm.
seems that is what AMVC is known for these days. I can bet you people who say, "Oh yeah, yeah, we follow AMVC," don't know the winner of the best film category, or who the best actor, or who the best actress was. But if you tell them to give you your 10 best dressed celebrities on the red carpet, they will tell you at the end of the
Yes,
day.
it's
Yes.
part of it.
Because Nigeria, the feferity takes over the activity. That's what it's called. The feferity, that's Yoruba word, Yoruba slang for anything
I
they
got.
go. Anything goes. So the feferity takes over the activity. And to be fair, it's not only the NVCA. We also saw it at the headies, where certain half-naked individuals that like showing their nipples with ring lights, I think is the new Fela Kuti, is invited to the headies. He doesn't release music. He doesn't sing. He doesn't produce. He's not a songwriter, but he gets invited to the headies. And that was the same with MVCA. Although somebody now explained to me why famous people, quote and unquote, um, are seen at events like the MVCA. And it kind of made sense, at least from a commercial standpoint. So the Nollywood Insider told me that a lot of brands will tell you that they want this celebrity there, or this
Mm,
social media content creator there, because of mileage and views
mm.
and eyes. So that's why that one that I don't understand his purpose in life anymore.
Is it pretty Mike?
It's just Mike. That boy, I'm not calling another man pretty. I'm sorry.
Okay, don't kill me.
Dressed like a tinfoil, as the AMVC is. And you see other people too, like, begin to ask that this one has not acted any movie in his career or her career. Why are you here? But apparently, commercial interest, brands don't even really care about how things look anyway, as long
Mm,
as they can satisfy their bosses. Oh, we spent this amount of money and this amount of views that we got, or the mileage we got, or the impressions that we got. Nobody thinks about the bigger picture of the event itself. You know.
mm-hmm,
I recently watched Cannes Film Festival. Bro,
mm-hmm,
everybody that was
mm-hmm.
on the red carpet of Cannes Film Festival any day was an actor, an actress, or a producer. There was no Kim Kardashian would never make it to the Cannes Film Festival. Maybe one of our boyfriends is shooting a film, or she's dating an actor. Because in this international scene, everything has a place. You know your place. When Nigeria, just let's make noise. Let's make noise. Again, then let's forget the true art or the true reason why we are here.
I don't completely agree, Shao, in that even international awards also have a mix of personalities, not just the people who
Ugochi,
are meant for
when you watch Grammys next year,
awards.
when you watch Grammys next year, it's not only people who are meant for the award, but people in that industry. That's what I mean. So if you look
But
at the
in
Grammys, see the music industry come out. Not
um
this person has 500K followers, then he therefore should be invited to the industry.
I don't completely agree, as I said, in that um content creators these days have are also crossed into film and music these days. There's also the point of intersection. Are we forgetting that some content creators are now musicians or actors or
So that
actresses?
no, that's fine.
And yeah, so if the person has following and they also they have some visual presence as well. I don't see how that is wrong.
So
Personally,
do you know
I
this guy
don't.
called Kai Senat?
I've heard of him. I don't know
So he's
him.
one of the biggest social media content creators in America.
Mm,
I think it was him, Sha. I don't want to mistake him with Speedy. But
okay.
anyway, he was invited to the Grammys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was
Mm-hmm.
given backstage access. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason why they invited him is not, of course, they want the Gen Zs to follow and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why he was invited here and given that access was he's relevant to the music industry. When artists want to release something or they want to do something, they go and do interviews with him. They go live on his stream. So you know he's part of the music industry. Let's go to Nigeria. What is VDM's role in the music industry?
Um, I want to argue this, or I want to discuss about, let me not say argue, I want to discuss about this from what we're talking about maybe a year or two ago when we were talking about the headies when the headies happened in Atlanta, right? And we're saying, oh, Nigerians need to needs to come out more to support, do cross industry support. That is, people from the entertainment industry support people from the fashion industry, from the beauty industry. Collaboration is welcome. I don't see a problem with the guest list. Personally, I didn't see this year's AMVCA. I'll be honest. I didn't see anything. I wasn't even here. I wasn't around. That's why I didn't follow it. But I find it interesting. I love the intersection of the different industries that come to play. I don't see a problem with it personally. Fashion has always and will continuously be an art and a tool to express self. That is only normal. So if somebody from the fashion industry says I want to go for the AMVCA, I don't see a problem with that. If somebody from beauty industry says I want to go for the AMVCA, even if you're not acting, but you consume, and if you have
Okay,
friends and you want to go and support them, why not? If not,
let me restructure
I don't
this.
see it. Or I don't personally. Oh yeah,
There should be a
restructure. Let me
there
hear.
should be a percentage of, okay, if you're having an award ceremony in any industry, 80% of the people you see there should be from that industry. The 20% should be from the related industries. So I
Mm,
get what you're saying. If you go to the Grammys, you see actors show up. If you go to
yeah.
the Oscars, you see singers grow up. What I'm saying in Nigeria is that we don't want non-entities on the red carpet when you are not producing anything in that industry or related to that industry. Mike
By
Magic or Mad Magic does not do anything in the music
But he
industry.
helps. No, so but he helps the entertainment industry. He
No,
has
that's
been
not,
in the
no, that's
entertainment
different.
industry for
He
years.
helps he helps the general society industry, not
No,
the
but
music
he's
industry.
in
He
which
has not done
club? He
anything in the
started
music
a club
industry.
or something.
But
This guy
Ugochi, I can
intersects
start the
with
club.
DJs and no, but you
In the
haven't.
last in the last 10 years, where has he been?
That's what Pretty Mike.
Apart from gate
I'm not.
crashing
I'm not.
people's
I'm
weddings
not.
or being
No, I'm not.
invited to
I'm
make
not
a
in.
scene at
I'm not
people's
in the
weddings.
entertainment industry personally. However, there are people in the entertainment industry who speak to his goodness and his help till today. I
He's
don't
fine.
personally like him.
He's
I don't. I'm
fine.
not. I'm not a fan. I don't
When
even
they are
know.
doing charity awards, he can be there. All
Please
I'm
don't play
saying
with
is
me.
that
He's
he
a
just
key player. He's a stakeholder,
no,
whether
no,
I like
no.
it or not.
He's not a stakeholder in the music
True,
industry.
he
No,
is not in
Gochi,
the music industry, in the entertainment industry.
entertainment industry in Nigeria right now is a shithole. So wherever they want to dump the other people, they can
When
dump
was
them
it
there.
not a shithole?
No,
Exactly.
no,
And I don't agree to it being a shithole because there are
it's a
people who
shithole
are actually
because
trying
no, I'm not saying that people are not actually trying.
and
It's
putting in the
because
work.
people have lowered the barrier that if you just do any stupid thing on the internet, you deserve an accolade or you deserve to have presence in a place where you have not contributed anything meaningful to.
But how
Let's
has
go
Pretty
back to
Mike not
VDM.
contributed?
What has VDM contributed to in the entertainment industry that it
Maybe,
deserves?
but he has guys in the industry now.
So I have guys in the medical industry. You will not see me pull up a loot when they
That's
are doing doctorate
you.
awards.
Ayo, you don't even like to go out. You don't
I'm
like,
just
you're
saying,
not a social
no,
butterfly. That's a
I'm just saying
personal
that
policy.
we should not have non-entities.
Why you they do like this?
I dey draw because
By
they
whose
pay me.
ranking? By whose ranking are
By
these
my ranking.
non-entities?
What is VDM's role?
Does your man,
What is
why
VDM's
you no
role?
go AMVC?
Because I was not invited. I don't go to
But now
places
they
where I was
can't
not
invite
invited.
person. Then they invited them and you say they should not go.
I have no problem with them showing up. I'm saying that and I told you the reason why they are calling these people, because brands only they don't look at the aesthetics of anything. They just think about the numbers, because we pay this person here, this person must show up, right?
Okay.
And we've seen actors and actresses complain this year more than any year that this is an award ceremony for us. Why are people who are not contributing to our industry showing up and making noise? And our media industry also does not have the sense to now curate an event that only celebrates the people who are supposed to be there, right? So you go online and you see these people who have not created anything, who
I didn't even see VDM.
who feed
I've
off
not seen
clouds,
any picture
who
of
feed
VDM
off
till
clouds,
today.
and I don't think clouds is anything productive. Who
Mm-hmm.
feed off clouds, and they're the ones everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, there's a great movie that a cast and crew of 50, 60, 70, 80 people toiled hard for, and nobody has the decency to even put a spotlight on these people because, oh, here's a guy that's dressed like a tin foil. Let's interview him because he'll give us 50 likes more at the end of the day.
See, the truth is, if I tell you that I don't understand where you're coming from, I'm lying.
You understand?
I understand where
Well,
you're coming
we in
from.
the industry understand because people really actually attacked AMVCA this year. And it was people
So,
in the industry.
so as a consumer of these various industry, as well as having worked in the various industries at different times, I'll say this. I believe I first of all, I always say that like, not always, but I started saying it recently, even most criticized as a builder. Sometimes the way where we are comparing these our award shows and events, probably never has, it has not reached there yet. However, it's a growing process. 2 years ago, there was not a VDM at AMVCA, but 2025 AMVCA, there's a VDM. I
Okay,
think,
so
was it
I'll
was
restructure it.
okay
AMVCA used to put they used to put the spotlight on correct people who were supposed to be there. So
by your
something has
ratings,
changed. Something has changed.
and that's only normal. Change is the only constant
There are two
thing.
types of change. There's bad change and there's good change.
So this is a bad change.
Very bad change. Because I don't want to see these people here. You are
I
not meant. I don't know why you are here.
why you should have gone.
If not gigolo work, I said I was not invited.
That's what I'm saying. As
Because
you
I
know,
do not have any
they
work.
can't invite
And
person.
the reason why I was not invited because I do not have any work to be celebrated here. I was not part of the media.
But
So
if
that
you
I was
had,
invited.
but did you have friends who were at the AMVCAs?
Who were actors? Yes.
Exactly. So if they had invited you, would you have gone?
No.
But well, again, you won't have gone because maybe for personal
Even
reasons.
technically,
Best known
I'm in
to
the movie
you.
industry now because I have already done like 2 or 3 films. Which,
Exactly.
yeah.
So why
But if you
didn't
know
you
that,
go? So why are you not there?
because I did not,
Why?
I said they did not give me invite. That's what I
And then
said.
you're saying if you even get an invite, you wouldn't still have gone.
It might have been 50-50. Who knows?
Ayo. Let's who wants to go show up. For the thing, people have put in hard work to put an event together.
So, yes,
The
people are
guest
putting,
list is
you know,
important.
it's their fine. It's
Yes.
their guest list. But I'm just saying that respect the people who toil and don't cheapen
And they
their
are not.
effort. And don't liken their effort to people who just come out half naked and talk rubbish and get arrested. And people think this is like a person that we should actually put in our industry because you do not contribute anything. If VDM is an actor, fine, let him in. But he's nothing.
So, and I
Mike is
think that
nothing.
you're,
In terms
but
of
that's not, no, I do not agree with that pretty
bro,
much.
I can put
VDM,
it
I don't know how you people see that
which I
person.
can put
Like,
this
I
here
don't see
anywhere.
his stuff
I can put
anymore.
it anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Magic is not top 10 anything in terms of club promotion in Nigeria. It's not even top 50.
This guy,
What he's doing right
he
now
has,
is the only reason why he's relevant is to become an idiot at events,
so
which
I
is
don't
fine.
know.
It
I
pays
don't
him.
know. So there's this thing I go for once every month. It's called Grown. It happens at Smokes and Barrels in VI
Okay.
every, and I see Pretty Mike there, right? And he comes with his own crowd, his own friends, his own guys.
God
And
bless him.
even back in the time when he used to own this, there's a club he used to own on the mainland. I can't remember at the time. I don't even know. And right now, there are a lot of clubs that are happening right now. I'm not in the nightlife. Excuse me, I'm not in the nightlife industry personally, but I know that this guy is a contribute. He has earned his strides in the nightlife industry. And whether we want to say most of his clientele and friends are from the entertainment industry, whether it's movies, music, whatever it is, I don't see why he shouldn't be there. And if he does bring some character, why not? If not, he has earned his own strides. He has put some DJs on. He has put some musicians on. He has put people on. And I don't see why he shouldn't be there in that case.
Congrats
Yes, you
to
might
him.
not like him. It's okay. Granted, you might not personally, I don't see the pizzazz is too much, it's unnecessary. However, doesn't take away from the fact that this person has also done his own bits in his own way. You might not agree with, but why not?
God should not
Excuse
just
me.
allow me to be the person in charge of guest list for next year.
That's why they will not
Anyhow,
give you in, they will not keep you in charge. But I pray that we'll go ne. You know that one that we went to that we sat outside that we did not get there on time. We need
yeah,
to
what
change
happened?
that. We need to change that the next time we're going to AMVCA. We said we'll go
And
red carpet.
and I'll go because and they ask me why are you here? Because and I'll say this literally I'll say I make positive contributions to the Nigerian movie industry.
Good for
Thank you.
you. We clap
Yes,
for you because we know
yes.
exactly because you do. And you know what? Until people like you who are also supposed to be there are ensuring that you are demanding your space at these places, nobody's going to give it to you. Unfortunately, life is not fair. That is the
Hey,
truth. If we sit
and
down and
bro,
fold our hands, nothing is going to happen. If you do nothing, nothing happens. So
as
if
like
you're saying
and again, you know clearly in Nigeria that the talented don't always get the spot because we prefer people who make noise.
exactly, and this is digital age we're in because I'm talking a lot. We're in digital age right now, and the person who shows the most is the person who gets. I already said this before, now we already know this.
But I
The
can't
people
wear
that are
team for it.
working
I can't wear
hard,
team for it. That's my own problem. Because I have a family
you
that
go where
respect. I
Shoki.
have a
Don't
respectable
worry.
name, but I don't know this one. I dress like garbage can.
See,
I don't know.
creativity is wild. That's
Not
just
be
the
only, not be
truth.
only creativity. I
Creativity,
mean, or
no,
diarrhea of the mind. Anyhow,
creativity is wild.
let's leave all those noisemakers and let's just jump into flop and prop of the week.
All
Today's
right,
flop
let's
is
go.
a today's flop is a sad one. So today, um, a boy who was going to school to write work with his father was taking him to school, was shot by a policeman who was chasing some Yahoo boys, and in his act of stupidity, decided to shoot in a crowded area or where people were, or where people were staying, and the accidental discharge hit a young boy who passed away, and because of that, there was a protest. I think also a riot in Ibadan today. Is a sad one. Um, we think we should have passed this level of security and security management in Nigeria. But unfortunately, our leadership pay lip service to proper training of our security forces. And this is what we can see right now. Even me that I've never been into I've not gone into the National Nigerian Police Academy. I know that you should not shoot in a crowded place because your
Okay.
first job as a policeman is actually to secure the lives of the people you are meant to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Why you are shooting in a public place? Because you are chasing a Yahoo boy who will be free in the next week, who will come out next week, and we'll still see him outside due to one or two. We know go talk past that one. It's stupid. So yeah, the flop of the week has to go not only to the policeman who shot, but Nigerian police force, who still refuses to modernize their methods in securing people's lives and properties in Nigeria till today. We had a huge protest in this country concerning this, but everything was swept under the carpet. They said they were bringing out SWAT. I mean something. I don't know
What?
what is, but hey, we can see what has led to this at the end of the day. A young innocent boy who just wants to go and write WAEC lost his
Okay.
life because it was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
God rest his soul and grant his family solace and comfort.
Amen.
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 I was
Amen.
waiting, we won't talk again because the
We don't
decadence
talk.
continues.
There's nothing we can talk about again. Just watch any NSAS documentary. You understand what we're talking
Uh,
about all this while. All this while.
crazy. God
Yeah.
rest his soul.
God rest his soul. I don't have any pop of the week. I looked for it, but I didn't see any pop of the week. Ugochi, do you have any pop of the week?
I have
Yeah,
prep of the
shoot.
week. My prep of the week is shout out to African women, Nigeria women. Um Winning in in all avenues and sectors and areas. If every woman puts in her foot forward, waking up every morning. Also, let me put it as every Nigerian, women especially, but shout out to every Nigerian in this difficulty, in this hardship. We're here still, we're resilient, we're pushing through. And for all Nigerians, or especially Nigerians who are abroad, who are nursing or having to take care of aged parents or sick siblings or sick parents, God grant you strength. God grant you wisdom. God help you. I hope you are helped. I hope that your strength never wanes and that you keep the hope alive, because it's not easy. I've been hearing a lot of stories in the past couple of weeks, and having also experienced it personally, it's not the best place to be. So if you're grieving, if you're taking care of a sick family member, our heart and love goes out to you. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. It's been one. It's been good.
Love it.
Good to record again. So
Yes.
don't forget, man, your fan mail, you can send it to us at formula234essential.com, and we will be read on the next episode, God willing. And
Yeah.
we ensure that Night Post doesn't go on strike anymore.
Amen. Also, please follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcast. Also like, share, comment on 234's pages, wherever you listen to the podcast. Share with your family and friends as well. Also, do not forget to donate to the cause. Don't forget to toggle the link. Whatever the currency, whatever the amount, we are appreciative. We love you. Thank you for working with us for the past 5 years. We look forward to more 5 years. Um, Thank you. Stay kind. Be kind. Bye.
Yeah. One love, peace, and we are out.
Yay!